program. He set out to build a team steeled by ferocity and forged in passion. A team capable of challenging all comers in the annual PSAC West Title Scramble. A team known for giving no quarter and taking none in return. Today, John Lockhart takes the wraps off of his work in progress. The PSAC may never be the same.
From Adamson Stadium on the campus of California University in California, Pennsylvania, welcome to college football on FSN Pittsburgh. The college football season starts now. Hi, I'm Stan Savran. I'm delighted to introduce my partner, former West Virginia head coach Don Nehlen. Today, college football Division II style as the Vulcans of California take on the Falcons of Fairmont State. Don is a head coach for so many years. You have these kids in camp through the summer. You get them ready. Is there still some worry about, did I do everything I could to get them prepared?
Well, I guarantee you that first game, Stan, nobody sleeps the night before, especially coaches. When that kickoff team runs out on the field, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we have 11? The special team's scary to death because, you know, you really don't have enough players to work on it as much as you would like. But the first games, you really anticipate that first game. But the jitters are there for everyone. And the first quarter, kids will probably make a mistake or two, but they'll settle down. It'll be a great game.
Do you limit what you do offensively and defensively in the first game to kind of combat the jitters a bit?
Well, you know, you have your base offense, you have your base defense in, and you don't have, you know, for example, the next game or the third game, you may add this or you may add that for that particular opponent. But all of your offense and defense should be in for the opener.
California looking perhaps for its best season in a long time. John Lockhart starting his 4th year as the head coach. He's at 500, but 2 of his first 3 seasons, he has finished over 500, which has been a rarity here at California. Let's introduce the 3rd member of our broadcast team. He'll be roaming the sidelines today, Tad Makowicki. Tad?
Thank you, Stan. Stan, Coach John Lockhart has used a 3-pronged approach to build his program here at Cal U. First, Lucky surrounded himself with the best coaches available. Second, he raised the bar in fundraising. Cal U has tripled the number of dollars and cents available to his student athletes. And third, he didn't just put a fence up around the WPIAL, he put a brick wall up around this area to recruit the finest student athletes available. The results, the Cal U program is a program on the rise.
You play for each other, you play for yourself, and you play to establish that this is a program that deserves the respect of our own school, our own community, of this conference, in the East, and in the whole country. That starts tonight.
John Lockhart's hire at California University of Pennsylvania signaled a new era in football for the PSAC's perennial Also Ran. Lockhart's stellar record at Washington and Jefferson effectively foreshadowed a resurgence in football at Cal U. The only question, how long would it take Lucky to effect the turnaround?
In 2002, we were very mediocre and were struggling in the PSAC. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine that we would be at this stage, fundraising-wise, and the ability to recruit quality talent than we are today. And a lot of it's because of Coach Lockhart and the president for allowing us to put in place a mechanism that will ensure this to be successful for many years to come.
Lockhart immediately put the foundation in place for future success at Cal. He stepped up fundraising, recruited bigger and better student athletes, and built a coaching staff that would become the envy of the PSAC.
Well, when we got here, we thought that there were 3 key components that we had to address. The first was a fundraising model that generated the resources that we could be competitive with the top teams in the league. We wanted to stabilize and expand and enhance our coaching staff, which we think we've done. And then last but not least, we had to get competitive recruiting in our home area. We felt we had to compete with the best people in our league in recruiting if we were going to compete with them on the field.
Lockhart, along with Director of Athletic Advancement Frank Bauer, developed a fundraising model with emphasis on building relationships. The model provided a catalyst for 300% growth.
We were fortunate to attract Frank Bauer down from Geneva College, and Frank and I had worked together previously at W&J, and we set about doing two things. One is to go to corporate friends and other associates to get their involvement and their support. It's worked out, quite frankly, farther than I expected it to, and we haven't finished yet. We're doing 3 times what we used to do, and we think that it can expand from there.
While Bauer raised the financial bar, Lockhart put together a coaching staff bent on improving Cal's on-the-field performance and quality of campus life.
The first phone call I made was to Mike Conway, who is an old friend and somebody I trust. Mike was willing to come back as the associate head coach, and it allowed me to do the external things, and Mike concentrated on the internal. He also brought Matt Smith, who's an outstanding young coach and an organized guy. We've added Mike Evans, and we've added Mike Keller, both outstanding offensive people. That stabilized our coaching staff and gave us the quality of staff that we needed to go out and compete in the PSAC.
Recruiting quality student athletes now became the #1 priority for the coaching staff. The model for success was in place, and top-notch players recognized the opportunity.
It's obvious that in any endeavor, the key thing is having the best people you can have around you. One of the key things that we think we've done is we've recruited Western Pennsylvania much better than our predecessors, and we think we now are competitive for the best kids in this region, and so that gives us a legitimate chance to compete against the best teams in our league.
John Lockhart built a program at Cal U through tireless fundraising, fundamental coaching, and aggressive recruiting. The Vulcan turnaround is nearly complete, and 2005 just could be the year for Cal U to complete a 4-year journey from worst to first.
We think we're on the verge of being very competitive. We've been here 3 years. We're 16-16. That's mediocre. We now believe that we're capable of going beyond that point, but we've got to prove it. Nothing's going to be handed to us. We're going to have to earn it. But we have the things in place that not just for this year, but for the foreseeable future, California is going to be a force in our conference, and we hope in our region, and we certainly hope nationally.
There just may be a new sheriff in the PSAC. They don't call him Lucky for nothing. We'll be back with today's kickoff. It's just moments away.
You know, there's a chance you might not know who I am. But I'll give you a clue. I'm famous. Not a chef. I'm no boxer. But neither is he. Ain't no golfer. My fans know who I am. I'm Nelly, and your kids are your biggest fans. So talk to them about underage drinking.
Nelly, we're ready for you.
Let's go.
Why am I in the Army Reserve? It's not just for the experience or the training I can use as a soldier and as a civilian. It's for them, for my country, and it's all worth fighting for.
Visit GoArmyReserve.com.
From planning to installation to playability.
You know, I had some knowledge of the turf business, but for them to come in and really explain it to our administration, board members, and that, I think they did an excellent job.
We had no turf-related injuries during this first fall season, and we get a tremendous amount of use.
There's no doubt about it that the Pro Grass is the best we played on.
Rhino Tough Pro Grass. You're on our turf now.
All physical therapy is not the same.
Daily work, play, even leisure activities can lead to problems. Be sure you choose the best alternative when physical therapy is recommended. Clinical excellence, customer service, professionalism, community commitment. Tom Niggle, Sean Collins, Josh Lenthal, Vicky English, Jay Lemke, Paula Dolkos. Panther Physical Therapy. If you're not getting therapy from Panther, you're not getting the best physical therapy available.
Bud Bear Subaru, the home of all-wheel drive. It's our 30th anniversary celebration spectacular. Employee pricing on our complete lineup of 2005 Subarus. You pay what we pay, and you keep all the rebates. Financing as low as 1.9, and employee pricing. Foresters, Bajas, Imprezas, Legacies, and Outbacks. Over 80 in stock. Bud Bear Subaru in the South Hills, Route 19 South, just 2 minutes past Sam's Club.
Bud Bear.
Welcome back to Adamson Stadium on the campus of California University. The Vulcans have won the toss and have elected to receive. Stan Savran and Coach Don Nealon on board with you as the Vulcans take on the Falcons of Fairmont State. Drew Cochran, number 38, will kick it off for Fairmont State. Back deep on the far side, Mark Huddleston, number 3, and Perry Ivory, number 6, 2 wide receivers on the Cal team. 68 degrees, a light rain, and the wind is blowing across the field, near side to far side, and that kick will go out of bounds. So not exactly the way you want to start a game. California will take over and get excellent field position because Cochran kicked the ball out of bounds. Let's meet the California-Pennsylvania Vulcans starting offense. Quarterback Joe Ruggiero. He is a sophomore from Detroit, Michigan. In the backfield, Antoine Bagwell, a Division II All-American, the MVP, offensive MVP in the conference last year. And there are the guys who will be catching the ball and blocking as well for the Vulcans. 3 wide receiver set with a tight end, and oftentimes will be a slot back. And there's your starting offensive line, Josh Stewart, 6'7", 315 pounds, a transfer from West Virginia. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line after the errant kickoff. Damon Baker, the tight end, moves to the left to make that the strong side. Huddleston in motion near side. Ruggiero to Bagwell, gets a yard out to the 36-yard line. Good penetration by the Fairmont State defense. Jesse Valentine, the middle guard, makes the first hit along with defensive tackle Jacob Owens. Let's take a look at that Fairmont State defense. Don, it's a sort of an unusual configuration that both teams will use.
Right. It's a 3-man defensive line with 3 linebackers, 2 strong safeties, which give them an 8-man front on every snap. Hard to run the football.
All right, Antoine Bagwell last year rushed for over 1,200 yards. So we'll see how well he does. Here's the swing pass to Bagwell. It's behind him, and that makes 1 move and gets a yard, maybe 2, perhaps 3, before he's knocked out of bounds at the 38-yard line. The pass a bit behind him. Bagwell never able to gain any traction. Matt Vance, the outside linebacker, a senior from Seneca Rocks, West Virginia. He led them in tackles last year, and he gets 1 here, which will bring up a 3rd down and 7 as the Vulcans go no huddle.
That Bagwell kid's got great feet, Stan. He made a great move out there catching that ball. Most guys would have lost yardage.
He's a senior from East Lansing, Michigan, transfer from Nebraska, and the conference offensive MVP a year ago and an All-American in Division II. Straight drop, here's the rush, middle screen. Pass complete and good for a 1st down out to the 47-yard line. The pass complete to the backup running back, that's Antoine Bagwell. Bagwell makes his first reception of the ball game. It's good for a 1st down. Matt Vance makes the tackle with Josh Morano, the inside linebacker.
A little shuffle pass, Stan. Beautiful little play. This Bagwell's a big league player.
Well, a lot of people think that he's got an opportunity to be playing on Sundays next fall. This is his senior year. A transfer in his 2nd year at Cal. Huddleston, transfer from Purdue, in motion number 3. Here's the handoff to Bagwell. Gets across the 50 and into Fairmont State territory to the 49. That's a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Stan, you'll see that play an awful lot. That's their favorite play. That's the inside zone play. And everybody running this spread offense, that's what they run.
When you say it's an inside zone play, does zone refer to the kind of blocking scheme they use, Don?
Exactly. The linemen are blocking areas.
Got a slot to the right. Bagwell, the lone setback. Joe Ruggiero, the quarterback, the sophomore from Detroit, Michigan, on 2nd down and 6. Straight drop. Pass complete. Marcellus. Garner with the reception. Garner makes the catch for a 1st down. Strong safety Kyle Miller makes the stop along with corner Mick Washington. And the gain is down to the 40. That's another 1st down for the Vulcans, who have 2 1st downs in this drive that began on their own 35.
California looks really sharp to me. First drive, they haven't made a mistake. They look good. Quarterback's in command.
Marcellus Garner, 6'3", 200, a sophomore from McKeesport. Getting his first opportunity to start. Had 3 receptions last year. Picks up 1 here today. Short motion with the tight end Gerger. Here's the stretch play. Still on his feet. What a drive and an outstanding run for the California Vulcans, and a 1st down. Great blocks by right guard Derek Catris and right tackle Carl J.
That was a counter play, Stan. They pulled both the backside guard and tackle. That's what they refer to as a counter tray.
And that is Brandon Lombardi spelling Bagwell. Lombardi coming on strong in late summer practice has now earned the spot right behind Bagwell. A terrific run of 15 yards down to the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Gerger, the tight end, in a crab motion. Stretch play. Gain is for a couple to the 23-yard line. California University's first of the season Discovery Day open house is Monday, October 10th. Visit www.cup.edu for more dates and information. 2nd down, a long 7 from just inside the 18-yard line. Bagwell back in at running back. Ruggiero from the shotgun. Pass over the middle is caught for short yardage to the 20-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. Josh Morano, the middle linebacker, makes the tackle for Fairmont State. Morano, he is a junior from Dearborn, Michigan, and a transfer from a place you're relatively familiar with, West Virginia.
West Virginia. They got a couple West Virginians. That big left tackle, Josh Stewart, 6'7", 315 pounds. He's a transfer from the Mountaineers.
He's a junior, and he's all of that. Hails from Morgantown and is a preseason Division II All-American. 3rd down and 5 from the 20. Ruggiero, all kinds of time, room to run if he wants to. Scrambling, throwing in the flat, and it is caught for a 1st down at the 11-yard line. Mark Huddleston, the transfer from Purdue, did a nice job of adjusting his route to keep his quarterback alive and give him a chance.
That was a great job by that Huddleston kid, Stan. You know, you teach those receivers, when that quarterback takes off running, you got to change your pattern. You got to get it. You can't sit there, and he did a nice job. That kid went to Canton McKinley High School. Tells you how old I am.
Well, also tell you something about the tradition at Canton McKinley, which that whole triangle there, Canton McKinley, Massillon High School, Louisville High School, that's Barberton High School, where Bo Schembechler is from.
That's great high school football. Just like Western Pennsylvania. Great high school football here in Western PA.
We've got a timeout on the field, and it's been a pretty crisp drive for California. They're knocking at the door. Scoring territory for the Vulcans. We're scoreless. You're watching California and Fairmont State on FSN Pittsburgh.
You know, there's a chance you might not know who I am. But I'll give you a clue. I'm famous. Not a chef. I'm no boxer. But neither is he. Ain't no golfer. My fans know who I am. I'm Nelly, and your kids are your biggest fans. So talk to them about underage drinking.
Nelly, we're ready for you.
Let's go.
You're gonna like these guys, though. They're a pretty good crew. Everybody listen up. This is Levon.
Hey, Levon, I'm one team.
You're on the 120 today.
How are you?
So if there's anything you need, just ask these guys. They'll take care of it, all right?
Okay.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
You ever been around anything this fast before?
Yeah, in my last job.
Well, you sound like you know what you're doing.
I do.
In today's world, there's a trait that employers value more than anything else, and that's character. For over 150 years, California University has prepared students for fulfilling careers and meaningful lives. Values like integrity, civility, and responsibility are integrated into classroom and campus activities. Our students enter their careers with a high degree of character for livelihood and for life. That is our mission and our difference.
10:36 to play in the first quarter. We are scoreless, but that could change very shortly. The Vulcans on the opening drive of the game have moved from their 35 to the Fairmont State 11-yard line. Quarterback Joe Ruggiero is 5 for 5 on the drive, including a key third down completion to wideout Mark Huddleston and a big run by Brandon Lombardi. 1st and 10 from the 11. Motion with Garner to the near side. Here's Bagwell. Got a block. Looking outside. Inside the 10 and knocked out of bounds, and a penalty flag is down. We may have a face mask. It'll be a gain of 3 to the 8, but let's hold on and wait for the call from our referee today, Jeff Woods. Nick Washington, the starting corner, number 2, appeared to have grabbed the face mask. That indeed is the call, so Cal will accept the penalty. It'll be 1st and goal. Tim McCutcheon, an All-American guard, pulled out to get the initial block, and you saw number 2 grab the face mask, and thus the penalty.
That face mask penalty, Stan, that just drives coaches crazy. Those kids are trying their hearts out, and that hand just accidentally rubs across that face mask. It costs you.
Well, the penalty is half the distance down to the 4-yard line, where it will be again 1st and goal, but this time from the 4-yard line.
They got 2 tight ends in the game now.
Baker, that's Gerger, 82. Follow him. That's where the ball will go. Here's Bagwell. Good penetration by Fairmont State, and they'll throw Antoine Bagwell for a yard loss back to the 5-yard line. Sometimes, Don, does that tight end as the lead blocker kind of lead the defense to the ball carrier?
Exactly. They run that second tight end in motion there, and they ran that counter tray again. They've run that play about 3 times in this drive.
Good recognition by the free safety, Kyle Miller. Kyle is from Fluvanna, West Virginia. Kent Storr, West Virginia, went to Fluvanna High School. He came up, made a nice play. Now it is 2nd down and goal from the 5-yard line. First time we've seen them in a straight eye.
Straight eye, 2 tight ends.
Lombardi's the tailback, number 5. Lombardi, left tackle.
Good defense by Fairmont State. And back, Coach Lockhart's in his goal line offense a little bit in there. He's tightened them up.
The gain is a yard to the 4, and that's where they began. So it is now 3rd down and goal, and thus far, with the exception of the 1 run by Brandon Lombardi, the Fairmont State defense, which, by the way, lost 6 starters who made 1st or 2nd all-conference, WVIAC, the West Virginia Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, they lost 6 guys from last year's team. So they're a young defense, but playing extremely well.
They're going to spread them out this time. They're not going to get in that goal line offense.
Well, they're not going to get this playoff either, and California will take a timeout as the play clock was running down. 9 minutes to play here in the first quarter. When we come back, it'll be 3rd down and goal. It's California and Fairmont State. College football on FSN Pittsburgh.
Why am I in the Army Reserve? It's not just for the experience or the training I can use as a soldier and as a civilian. It's for them, for my country, and it's all worth fighting for.
Visit GoArmyReserve.com.
This is not how you make something light. Unlike the other guys, we don't add water to a regular beer to make our beer light. Icy Light, brewed naturally for real beer taste.
Bilco led the way in July with employee pricing. And for August, we're doing it again. Save on every 2005 Mazda MPV, 2005 Tribute, and 2005 Mazda 6. Plus, save even more with Mazda rebates up to $4,000. Buying or leasing, Bilco is the better buy.
Better buy, Bilco. It's the better buy.
Third down and goal from the 4-yard line. Cecil Howard, the transfer from Syracuse and McKeesport High School, is in the shotgun at the quarterback. He can run.
There he goes.
Howard's in the end zone for the touchdown. The play fake to Antoine Bagwell. Defense shifted to the left, and Cecil Howard, who was a great high school football player here, Don, goes in for the touchdown, culminating a 65-yard drive.
That's a very difficult play for the defense, Stan. They put that ball in that Bagwell kid's belly, and he runs off tackle, and then here comes the quarterback right up the gut. That's a tough play to defend. Like you say, Syracuse recruited that kid as an option type guy so he can run the ball.
John Fowler will attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. 8:57 to play in the first quarter. And on the opening drive of the game, the opening drive of the season, the Vulcans of California go 65 yards in 12 plays, make it 13 plays. The 4-yard run by Cecil Howard, and they now have a 7-0 lead.
Stan, that's an impressive drive. This is the first game of the season. They took that kickoff. They run 13 plays. They didn't have an offside. They didn't have a holding penalty. Somebody's doing something right at California. That's a great drive.
Don, as a coach, is that one of the things you worry about, the penalties? And actually, the only penalty we had was sort of an error of commission. He grabbed the face mask, but there have been no other penalties by Fairmont State either.
Exactly. Very well coached football teams on both sides of the ball. Fairmont's running well to the ball, and I'll tell you, California's got some skill. That tailback is a problem, and they're big up front, so and this quarterback moves around very well. Now this guy they just put in, he's a headache for everybody else because he's going to be able to run some option stuff, and you know, when you have that quarterback stand that can fake the ball to the running back and then run it up the middle, you're almost running an isolation play without a fullback. It gets that daggone defense flowing like crazy, and the spread offenses, coaches want to recruit a half a quarterback and a half a tailback type guy. Because like Rasheed Marshall last year at West Virginia,
sure,
he'd drive them crazy, and that's what this guy can do.
Cecil Howard was a terrific football player at McKeesport High, went to Syracuse, ended up transferring, and now he's here at California, PA, and he is a true weapon. Fowler will kick off. Josh Romeo, number 27, is one of the deep backs. And Robbie Graham, number 3, on the far side. Here's the kick. Graham will take at his 7-yard line. Got a hole up the middle. Breaks a couple of tackles and does a good job to get out to the 30, and just across the 30-yard line is Robbie Graham. Let's take a look at the California defense. Their defense schematically is exactly the same as the one used by Fairmont State. Explain the defense just a little bit, Don, as we look at the players who execute it.
Well, like I say, Stan, they have 3 defensive linemen. They have a nose tackle, and they call the other 2 fellas defensive ends. And then they stack their 3 linebackers, so it's a 3-3 stack. And then they have those strong safeties on both sides, and it gives them a chance to play an 8-man front all the time. Then there are 3 deep secondary.
Here's the handoff to the tailback, Wendell Johnson, an excellent back, gained over 1,200 yards last year. The quarterback is Nate Lewis. We'll take a look at the starting lineup here. There you see Wendell Johnson, the tailback, 6 feet, 185 pounds, junior from Miami, Florida. Last year, 1,243 yards rushing, 6 per carry, and averaged 124 yards per game. Nate Lewis is the quarterback. He is a transfer from California College of the Desert, which is near Palm Springs, which makes sense. Lewis can run, but he loses his footing, barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain to bring up 3rd down and 6.
I'm surprised so far, Stan. They've been in traditional offense. They haven't been in their spread like I thought Fairmont would be in.
There you see the offense. Lewis has 2 years of eligibility here after transferring from junior college. He's got great size, 6'5", 220 pounds. Don, you watched him in pregame warm-ups. He has a pretty good arm.
Yeah, he throws the ball well. He's got a good release, and he's got some zip on the ball.
Got sidecars. Here's the bootleg. He's going to keep. Runs up, and he is sent for a flip by outside linebacker Gary Butler, sophomore from Langley High School in the City League in Pittsburgh. He's well short. He gains about 3. It'll bring up 4th down and a long 2. And on their first possession, Fairmont State will be forced to punt.
Well, that was a big league hit. I'm going to tell you that. That quarterback's a big guy, and I mean, they put him down in a hurry.
Tyler Bailey will punt. Mark Huddleston back deep at his 23-yard line. So it's 3 and out for Fairmont State, barring anything unforeseen here on 4th down. Good snap. The rush is on.
Whoa.
Bailey gets it away. Huddleston takes at the 21. Looks for the wall outside. Not quite able to get there. Got some blockers in front, but a good job on special teams by Fairmont State. 6:38 to play, first quarter. The homestanding Vulcans of California leading Fairmont State 7-0.
You're going to like these guys, though. They're a pretty good crew. Everybody listen up. This is Levon.
Hey, Levon, I'm with you.
You're on the 120 today.
How are you?
So if there's anything you need, just ask these guys. They'll take care of it, all right?
Okay.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
You ever been around anything this fast before?
Yeah. In my last job.
Well, you sound like you know what you're doing.
I do.
You know, there's a chance you might not know who I am. I'll give you a clue. I'm famous. Not a chef. I'm no boxer. But neither is he. Ain't no golfer.
My fans know who I am. I'm Nelly, and your kids are your biggest fans. So talk to them about underage drinking.
Nelly, we're ready for you.
Let's go.
High-octane high school football. 2 state champions hit the field as the best from Pittsburgh go head-to-head with the best from Cleveland. See who comes away with bragging rights. The Pennsylvania Kickoff Classic. The doubleheader starts today at 4 on FSN Pittsburgh. The Pirates look to dust themselves off after their tussle with the Cardinals. Now they play host to Griffey and the Reds. Can the Buccos get the Pets back in gear to crank out a win? Reds, Pirates, Sunday at 1:30. Sponsored by Dodge.
California University football is brought to you by the Observer Reporter, your life, your town, your news. And by the U.S. Army, an army of one. Anheuser-Busch, who salutes parents who talk to their kids about drinking. Responsibility matters. And by National Development Company, developing projects, building relationships, delivering success. And by Progress, you're on our turf now. Second possession of the game for California, their first drive. 65 yards, 13 plays, 6 minutes, 3 seconds. It ended in an 4-yard touchdown run by Cecil Howard. And very importantly, Cal was 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. Ruggiero, empty set back, fires out in the flat. That pass will be complete. Brandon Jackson, the junior from McKeesport. And it's a good first down gain. Out to the 36-yard line. It's a nice gain of about 8. 2nd down and 2. Jared Sams, the right outside linebacker, makes the tackle. He's from Alderson, West Virginia. He's a junior.
I'm impressed so far with this offensive football team, I'll tell you that. They're doing things well. That was a well-thrown football.
2nd down and 2. Bagwell alongside quarterback Joe Ruggiero, who's now 6 for 6.
Changing the play, Stan.
So this is an audible. Here's Bagwell.
Whoa.
Cuts back. Nice job. Bagwell's in the open field. No one's going to catch him. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Antoine Bagwell, a a 64-yard touchdown run, and Cal this time needs only 2 plays to score. What a great cut.
What a great cut, Stan. They changed the play from the zone to the left to the zone to the right, and he made what we call a jump cut, and then just great athletic ability. Went ahead and outran the whole Fairmont defense.
This is the whole idea, the cutback on that zone play, correct?
Exactly. And he took it to a new level there. I don't mind telling you, when you see these guys run, standing their heels hit their rump, you know they can run fast. When I used to look at film, I said, did that guy's heels hit his rump? If they did, I want him.
Great block by right tackle Carl Jay, the senior from Peabody High School. He had the key block on the play. The extra point by John Fowler is good. And so just like that, in just 2 plays, Cal's up 14-0.
See those heels? That means he can go. Boy, he's a good-looking back. I can see where everybody's excited about him.
He is an All-American. 3 separate magazines who put out the All-American teams preseason have listed Antoine as a first-team All-American. Last year he finished second-team All-American. He was the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference Offensive Player of the Year. Last year gained 1,765 yards, 7.2 per carry. That's the second highest in conference history.
I wonder how Michigan State left him get out of Lansing. He's a player. I guess he went to Nebraska first.
He went to Nebraska and then he ended up at Michigan State. He is from, of course, East Lansing. And whatever the problems were, he ended up here, and John Luckhart is glad that he did. Cal U's homecoming celebration on Saturday, October 8th has something for every member of the family, and who doesn't love a parade? Visit www.cup.edu for a schedule. Well, John Fowler has probably gotten as much exercise as anyone. 2 extra points and now his second kickoff. And all of a sudden, what does that do for the confidence of an offensive football team, Don, when they score bang, bang like that?
There's no question. Cal right now is playing at a high confidence level, and Fairmont State needs to do something right now, I'll tell you that. This is a big drive. They need to get something going.
Josh Romeo at his 7. Goes far sideline. A couple of good blocks along that sideline. Spins and makes his way out to the 28-yard line where they'll take over 1st and 10. Let's go down to the sideline and visit with Tad Makowicki. Tad?
Stan, I'm standing at attention with Captain Don Corpy from the U.S. Army. Don, it looks like Fairmont State is in shock and awe thus far in today's ball game.
Oh, absolutely, sir, absolutely. The Cal U's come out here, sir, playing an outstanding game. The offense looks great, and it's just great to be part of this team right here, being out here, supporting them, and being one of their sponsors out here. It's a great opportunity. The athletic department, administration here, as well as the ROTC department has let us come out here and just give a little something back to the community and to the sports program here, sir.
Don, before we go, I want you to tell our 2 guys, Stan and Don, upstairs, down,
yes,
and give you 20.
Oh, roger that. They can go ahead and just knock them out there. If they can do 20, sir, we'll hook them up with an Army t-shirt before they leave here today.
Is that 20 between the 2 of us or just 20 each?
20 before the ball game's over, Stan.
Oh, boy, I better start now. Thank you, Tad. Wendell Johnson, the ball carrier, picks up 3 out to the 32. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Stan, he's a good back also. That was a nice cut he made on the zone play. Whoa.
Somebody's moving when they shouldn't be moving.
I think they thought that one of Cal State's defenders were in the neutral zone and they snapped the ball, tried to catch him in there. I'm not sure, but I got a feeling that's what happened.
Well, it's either going to be 2nd and 12 or 2nd and 2, one or the other here.
Yep. See who's right. It looks like it's going to be 2nd and 12. No.
Oh, they're picking up the flag.
They're waving it.
Movement. Well, I don't know what that means.
He waved it. He picked the flag up. I don't know.
The flag up, and unfortunately, the referee's mic is not working. Again, our referee is Jeff Woods. There still seems to be some confusion. Head coach Rusty Elliott comes out on the field and is talking to one of the officials.
I'm positive that's what happened as far as Fairmont State. They thought a kid had jumped in the neutral zone and the center brought the ball up and the quarterback took off because the running backs just stood there. So that's probably what happened with them. But was he in the neutral zone? It doesn't look like it. So they're just, I don't know, they're just calling the play off.
So forget this last 60 seconds of your life. It doesn't matter. Join us for our annual Family Day celebration on Saturday, September 24th. For an up-to-the-minute schedule, visit www.cup.edu. No harm, no foul, at least no foul. 2nd down and 7. Backup tailback JoJo Parker, who gained 700 yards last year, is in there for Wendell Johnson. He is number 1. He's more of an outside runner. He's got great speed to the outside, more of a scat back than Wendell Johnson, who can run strongly inside. Lewis to throw. Quick pass over the middle is complete out to the 37-yard line, short of the 1st down. Inside linebacker Brian Moore makes the tackle on tight end Justin Llewellyn. Justin is a senior from Ashby, West Virginia. And that'll bring up 3rd down and about 1.5 yards for a 1st down. Fairmont State looking for their initial 1st down of the game.
This is a big play for Fairmont State, Stan. They need some confidence.
Parker, the lone setback behind Lewis, slot to the right. Parker hit in the backfield. He's dropped for a loss. Great penetration by defensive end Kenny Brown, who almost took the handoff. Kenny is a freshman from McKeesport. A lot of McKeesport graduates on this team. That'll bring up 4th down and 3. Gary Butler also in on the play. And now we get set for Fairmont State's 2nd punt of the day. Let's go downstairs to Tad Makowicki. Tad?
Hi, Stan. Things have gone pretty much as scripted for Cal U thus far. The defense has been outstanding, and they've been able to move the ball on offense. And it was nice to see the Diesel from McKeesport, Cecil Howard, get in there for the first score. Back up to you, Stan.
Ball's recovered by Cal. It went through the hands of Tyler Bailey, and the Cal Vulcans have the ball 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Snap didn't look all that bad, Don. Just went through his hands.
Just went through his hands. That right there is about the worst thing that Rusty Elliott could ever imagine happening to him. They're struggling a little bit and make that big mistake on their punt team. And you know, Stan, the one place you can't make mistakes is in the kicking game, because they really cost you. That's a big error. Gives Cal State a chance to really put this thing in great shape as far as they're concerned, and Fairmont's struggling.
Looked like Justin Price was the man who recovered the football on special teams, and this is a gift. We'll see if California can take advantage of it.
2 tight ends and 2 flankers.
Bagwell behind Ruggiero, who, by the way, is 6 for 6 passing. Here's Antoine Bagwell looking for the corner. Bounces off one tackler. Still on his feet and gets down to the 3-yard line. That's about as good a 3-yard run as you'll ever see. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
There was the stretch play that time, Stan, to the tight end side there, to the left to the formation. Boy, that kid is a good back. He makes great moves. Most backs would have lost a yard or 2 there.
You know, you always like to see your wide receivers out there blocking, and he got a good block, which enabled him to get the 3 yards. 2nd down and goal from the 3, counting down to 3 minutes to play in the 1st quarter.
2 tight ends in I formation. They're in their goal line offense. And in motion.
Lombardi, the tailback, finds a hole over left guard, dives near the goal line. He's in for the touchdown.
Counter play, counter tray. Front side, everybody blocks their inside gap and they pull that backside. Kid runs it in the end zone. Big play.
Brandon Lombardi with the touchdown. Give credit to center Eric Cisnansky, one of the captains on this team, a senior from Chestnut Ridge, PA. He had the key block, and there's now 20-0, and John Fowler will attempt to go 3 for 3 on the extra points. Last year, California beat Fairmont State 35-15 in a game down at Fairmont State. On their way again. This kick is up, and it is good. 2:54 to play in the 1st quarter. It's now California 21, Fairmont State nothing. You're watching college football on FSN Pittsburgh. So there is the free football on the special teams turnover, and it takes Cal 2 plays to get into the end zone.
That was a kiss of death right there. That was a bad mistake, Stan, I want you to know.
Now, if you're in that position, And you weren't very often down 21-0. What's the key here? Just to try to settle them down and make sure at least you get a couple first downs on this next drive?
Oh, yeah. You know, first of all, you got to make sure your kids understand, hey, it's a long ball game yet, and play every play. And forget the scoreboard. You know, the scoreboard only matters once. That's at the end of the game. So right now, the heck with the scoreboard if you're Fairmont State. But they have to do something pretty quick because kids are kids and their confidence levels continually going downhill right now. They need at least 3 or 4 first downs.
Our new student residence halls are among the best in the nation. They fill up fast, so apply now at www.cup.edu and reserve a room. McKell already has 100 yards rushing and a total of 141 yards in the first quarter, and the first quarter is still 2 minutes and 54 seconds from completion.
And no penalties, Stan.
Still no penalties.
And they've had that ball all that time.
Graham takes it to 4.
Oh.
Got a seam to the 30, 35. Cal recovers, but a good return by Robbie Graham nonetheless as he takes it out past the 37-yard line. So maybe that'll get Fairmont State started here.
That return was supposed to come to the right, and that kid took it all the way back to the left and almost broke it.
Jermaine Moy in on the tackle. He's the starting free safety. Jermaine, a sophomore from Rochester, PA. He also spent some time at West Virginia. As a matter of fact, his brother is a very good wide receiver at Rochester and is getting a lot of Division I attention. 1st and 10, Falcons. I'm just inside the 37-yard line. JoJo Parker got good speed, can't use it there, gets a couple, maybe 3, out past the 39-yard line. Josh Zunick makes the tackle, the sophomore from North Allegheny. Tad, what you got for us?
Stan, Derek Moy, Jermaine's brother, had a great night last night against New Brighton. 3 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 2 rushing with the football, including a 75-yarder for a touchdown. He's following in his brother's footsteps.
I announced their championship game of the WPIL last year, and boy, he really stands out.
What a catch he made in the end zone, Stan. Beautiful, beautiful grab for the first touchdown.
Absolutely. This is Parker again, who's out across the 42-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. Wendell Johnson is the primary ball carrier, but we were told, Don, that Coach Rusty Elliott will alternate the two because they do run a great deal, and neither guy is terribly big.
Right. Wendell Johnson just came back in the game. This is a real key play for Fairmont State. They need a first down badly.
Substitution defense for Coach John Luckhart. Josh Kemp comes in as an extra D-back. He's a sophomore from Fort Cherry. Avery Good made the tackle on the last play. 3rd and 4. Lewis, drop, throws over the middle, and it is incomplete. Outstanding coverage that time by the strong safety, Jared Dumm. Also, Gary Butler on the play, knocks it away. Lewis, incomplete. He's 1 for 2 passing, and that'll bring up 4th down and 4.
That's a nice play by their linebacker. They had the first down, Stan, if they completed that pass. Good job by Cal's defense.
Now, of course, the last time Fairmont State attempted a punt, the snap went through punter Tyler Bailey's hands.
The protection has not been good on any of their punts. They have a guy leaking through almost every time.
Bailey gets it away. Mark Huddleston does not go with the fair catch, catches in traffic, and he's got room to run on the 40. Out to the 45 and knocked out of bounds before he gets to midfield. Well, some people like to live dangerously. That's a ball returner's perspective, not necessarily a head coach. The 2005-84 Lumber Classic promises to be another exciting week as defending champion Vijay Singh fights off the challenges of Phil Mickelson, David Toms, Fred Couples, Chris DeMarco, John Daly, Sean O'Hare, and the best of the PGA Tour at Nemacolin Woodlands Resort, September 12th through the 18th. The pros will put their skills to test on the Mystic Rock Golf Course, rated as one of the toughest in the country. And don't forget your admission pass to the 2005-84 Lumber Classic also gives you free access to concerts by the legendary Southern rockers Lynyrd Skynyrd and country superstar Leanne Womack. Ticket proceeds from the 84 Lumber Classic benefit more than 80 charities in the tri-state area. Tickets are available now at Dick's Sporting Goods, 84 Lumber Stores, and online or by calling 1-877-GO-C-8484. I remember when they first announced the dates of that thing, I said, oh, that's months away. Well, here it is, just a couple of weeks.
There's some great golfers going to play up at Nemacolin, and I want you to know that.
Without a question, he's really got a crowd, and there's still some talk that Tiger Woods may show up. Ruggiero.
There he goes again.
Bagwell looking to cut. Out to the 44-yard line.
Good pursuit by Fairmont State's defense. They tried to run the zone play again to the left.
Jared Sams makes the tackle. He's a junior from Alderson, West Virginia. First hit, called a loss of 1 to make it 2nd down and 11.
Got a different quarterback in there, I believe. Here's your friend.
Cecil Howard, watch out.
There he is.
Also, Robert Calhoun, number 43, is the running back. So we see sidecars this time with Cecil Howard as the quarterback as they try to spread him out. Howard's going to run the option.
There he goes.
He keeps, gets to the line of scrimmage, maybe gains a yard to the original line of scrimmage, the 45. A gain of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Pretty good read by the Fairmont State defense. Kyle Miller recognized it, came up to make the initial hit, and then John Morano, the middle linebacker, came in to finish it up.
I would guess Fairmont State, when they see that kid in there, quarterback, they think option right now.
Now, if you're an offensive coach, having shown him that, you go play fake and let him throw one deep.
Exactly. Fake the option and throw it deep and see what happens.
All right, well, we'll see what happens maybe on 3rd down and 10. We've reached the end of the first quarter of play. And at that first quarter break, it is California, PA leading Fairmont State 21-0. It's college football on FSN Pittsburgh.
You know, there's a chance you might not know who I am. But I'll give you a clue. I'm famous. Not a chef. I'm no boxer. But neither is he. Ain't no golfer. My fans know who I am. I'm Nelly. And your kids are your biggest fans. So talk to them about underage drinking.
Nelly, we're ready for you.
Let's go.
Why am I in the Army Reserve? It's not just for the experience or the training I can use as a soldier and as a civilian. It's for them, for my country, and it's all worth fighting for.
Visit GoArmyReserve.com.
From planning to installation to playability, nobody does it better than Rhino Tough Pro Grass.
You know, I had some knowledge of the turf business, but for them to come in and really explain it to our administration, board members, and that, I think they did an excellent job.
We had no turf-related injuries during this first fall season, and we get a tremendous amount of use.
There's no doubt about it that the pro grass is the best we played it on.
Rhino Tough Pro Grass. You're on our turf now.
Catch the latest on your college football teams on FSN Pittsburgh. Starting at 1, it's Pitt football with Dave Munster. Then at 1:30, it's Penn State football with Joe Paterno, followed by West Virginia football with Rich Rodriguez at 2. College football press conference Tuesdays on FSN Pittsburgh.
They lurk in the water, waiting for a fight. It's the run for the FLW Championship. Get caught in the action, emotion, and adrenaline. FLW Outdoors, tomorrow on FSN.
We begin the second quarter of play, and it's Cal with a 3rd down and 10 at their own 45. Joe Ruggiero back in at quarterback. He's got sidecars. Antoine Bagwell to the near side and Robert Calhoun to the far side. Blitz. Ruggiero fires. Marcellus Garner not able to make the comeback pattern. Good coverage on the play by Jared Sams, and that'll bring up a 4th down and 10 and the first punt of the afternoon for the Vulcans. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns, and for the first time, they'll be forced to punt. Robbie Graham is back deep at his own 15-yard line. Fowler is a sophomore from Bell Vernon.
I think, Stan, that's what Fairmont State has to do. They have to be a little more reckless on defense, take more chances to get after them a little bit. They're too far back to just sit.
Good snap. Kind of a wobbly kick. Graham runs up on it. Signal for a fair catch. He did. He started to run. And so they'll mark him at the spot of the catch at the 22-yard line as we go down to the sidelines and Tad Makowicki.
I'm on the sidelines now with Tom Rose from the Observer Reporter. And Tom, you've seen Coach John Luckhart turn a couple of programs around now.
Well, he came to W&J, and that was a program that really had never won and had very little tradition, and turned him into a Division III powerhouse and had a couple of chances for the national championship. And then when John came to California, I mean, he's gone with the same route. He's brought in good people. He's done a nice mix of transfers, and really what has been the hallmark to John's success, both at W&J and California, is his ability to recruit in Western Pennsylvania. You see out there today, the players, a lot of them doing the job are local high school products.
And now at Cal U, it seems like, the sky's the limit. He's really got it going on.
Well, when you look at what they have to work with there, I mean, Antoine Bagwell is a guy that NFL scouts are looking at very seriously. Jason Cook, I mean, in the secondary, another guy that is being looked at. They've got an awful lot of weapons, and I think the other thing about this California team that may be different in the past, is certainly different in the past, is that they got some depth. They're not in a situation where if they get a guy hurt, where they're really struggling and a season could unravel. John's been able to get it through the recruiting and the transfers, where they've been able to shuttle some people out offensively and defensively.
Stan Lucky's fond of saying it's not about the X's and O's, it's about the Jimmies and Joes.
Absolutely, well, that's right.
All right.
It's been a great year for him, great start for him so far.
Thank you, Ted. Thanks, Tom Rose. Tom Rose from the Washington Observer Reporter, an old friend. There was a 5-yard penalty in the illegal fair catch signal, which moved it back 5. Johnson on the first carry gained 2. Now he's in trouble. He's hit in the backfield. He'll be dropped for a loss. Outstanding penetration by corner Jason Cook. Jared Dunn, the safety, cleaned it up, but Jason Cook, a senior from Duquesne, and he mentioned some people are looking at him, good size, 6 feet, 215 pounds, comes in to make the tackle, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Fairmont State Falcons.
Looks to me like, Stan, that Fairmont State's going to have to throw that ball on early downs a little bit. They're getting themselves in a pattern here, and they're getting whipped up front.
Don, is Cal jamming the line of scrimmage on 1st and 2nd down?
Well, they're, both of these defenses are 8-man fronts, so they can jam it at any time. There's a quick kick.
And it gets them out of trouble. They were unwilling to throw on 3rd and 10 from their own 17, and so Lewis has the quick kick, and Cal will get great field position at their own 39-yard line. 14:02 to play in the first half. California leads Fairmont State 21-0.
Success is best delivered when experienced players execute a superior plan at the right time. California University of Pennsylvania chose the experienced team at National Development Company to develop and build its residence hall projects, transforming Cal U's campus into a top-tier choice for students. NDC has experienced design, construction, and finance professionals to turn an institution's vision into reality. NDC, developing projects, building relationships, delivering success. NDC, put us in your game.
You're going to like these guys, though. They're a pretty good crew. Everybody listen up. This is Levon. Hey, Levon, I'm with you. You're on the 120 today. How are you? So if there's anything you need, just ask these guys. They'll take care of it, all right?
Okay.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
You ever been around anything this fast before?
Yeah. In my last job.
Well, you sound like you know what you're doing.
I do.
College Football Saturday returns to FSN. Texas is reloaded for their march to the national championship, but Louisiana Lafayette looks for the upset. College Football Saturday, presented by Kyocera on FSN.
Larry Holmes reigned as heavyweight champion of the world for 7 years.
There's no one in the game that ever got past that left hand.
But he still could not silence his most powerful opponents. Larry Holmes, Beyond the Glory, Sunday on FSN.
Stan Savran and Coach Don Nealon with you here on FSN Pittsburgh, along with Tad Makowicki down on the sidelines. Cal leads 21-0. The stats certainly reflect that. Cal, 6 first downs, Fairmont State none. Fairmont State minus 11 yards rushing. Cal 105. That's in the first quarter alone. 141 yards total offense. 1st and 10 Cal from their own 39-yard line. Joe Ruggiero. Here's a quick flanker screen. Gains 4 yards out to the 43-yard line.
You know, Stan, it's funny. The game's 21-0, and yet Fairmont State really hasn't played that bad, but the long run and the block punt, the snap over the kid's head, and it got out of hand real quick. But Fairmont State, they're a gritty bunch. I'm anxious to see how they hang in there.
Perry Ivory was the pass receiver. Ivory is a freshman from Fort Cherry, a transfer from the University of Toledo, the Rockets. 2nd down and 6. Here's a blitz. Ruggiero gets good protection, man wide open, and it is incomplete. Almost caught down to 35-yard line, but broken up at the last minute. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Ruggiero showed me a strong arm on that throw. Looked like he could throw it. He did a nice job. He let that one go.
NPR senior correspondent Juan Williams will be on campus on Thursday, October 6th at 7:30. Visit www.cup.edu for more information. We've got a spread, slot receivers to either side on 3rd and 6. Here's the wraparound draw play, and it will be short of the 1st down. Try to spread everybody out, but this time the interior of the Falcon defense ready for it. Matt Vance, the senior from Seneca Rocks, West Virginia, makes the tackle, and for the second time in succession, California will be forced to punt. Number 3, Robbie Graham, back deep to receive the punt.
That was a big stop for Fairmont. They needed that badly to try not let this game get out of hand.
So let's see if the quick kick works and changes field position. Not by much. Graham calls for the fair catch and takes it at the 22-yard line, where the Falcons will take over 1st and 10, looking for their initial 1st down of the game. So let's see, Don, if they begin to throw on 1st down.
They're going to have to do something. They got to move the ball a little bit. Cal State's playing good defense. I think they need to play action a little bit on 1st down and see what happens. Got them spread. They got trips to the field.
1st and 10 from the 22. Lewis 1 for 2 passing for a 5-yard gain. Flag on the play. Lewis rolling, looking. He'll take it and he'll run out of bounds, perhaps for a 1-yard gain, but there's going to be a penalty. Let's wait and see what the call is as we go down to the field and see what Tad McEwicky's got for us. Tad?
Stan, assistant coach Mike Conway was really exhorting his defense on. He told the guys, hey, football, defense, it's a team game. It's not all about one individual. He said, this isn't chess. This is football.
Well, so far, they're winning the football game and the chess match. The gain is 1. Penalty declined. 2nd down and 9. Great handoff. Parker, he's in big trouble. Reverses his field. Needs a block from Lewis. Whoa. Gets it.
What a run.
Nice. Gets across the 30 and out to the 31-yard line, where he will be short of the 1st down just by 1 yard. Parker is a junior from Portsmouth, Ohio. Finally run out of bounds over there by Jason Cook. You don't make a living on those plays, but he got 8 yards when he almost lost 4.
You're not kidding. Most backs, that was a great job by that guy. I thought he was dead in the water, and he wiggled out of it.
JoJo Parker is the backup to Wendell Johnson. Both get significant playing time. The two combined last year for 2,000 yards, but Parker has the misfortune to be playing behind a pretty good back in Wendell Johnson, who was the first-team all-WBIC running back a year ago. Lewis on the quarterback sneak, and he's very close to the 1st down. It'll depend on the spot. He needed to get to the 32. Looks like he's just on the other side of the 32, and that could be the first down of the game for the Falcons.
Gonna be close.
Well, we'll wait and see what they call for the measurement. No, it is a 1st down. First down of the game. The Pittsburgh Symphony's Chamber Orchestra will perform at Cal U on Tuesday, October 4th at 8 p.m. Go to our website for details at www.cup.edu. Something tells me that I'll remember that website for the rest of my life. I will not forget that one. So it takes 17 and a half minutes, but Fairmont State with its initial 1st down of the game. Here's the scraping off and nothing doing there. They're losing yard on that play. Great penetration by Lloyd Price. We talk about big-time players. Lloyd Price led Cal in tackles last year.
He likes to play, Stan. He was the guy on that broken play that launched his body through the air, and he gets after it. You know, they brought number 7 off the corner, and when you do that, it destroys that outside zone play. It forces the cut back too soon, and the play's shot.
That was Gary Butler, and then Lloyd Price made the tackle. Lloyd is a senior from Ringgold High School.
That's what I mean. They need to get the ball in the flat or throw it on first down off play action, because Cal State's just coming after it.
They're going to have to hurry to get this play off. They barely do. 2nd and 12. Here's it out in the flat. Robbie Graham, but not much doing. He couldn't keep his feet and got to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, but it will still be 3rd down and 7 for Fairmont State.
They need to do that on first down now and then and come up with 2nd down and 5 or 6 instead of always 3rd down and so forth. But this kid can throw the football. I think they just need to do it on a little earlier downs now and then. I'm impressed with Cal State's defense. They run to the ball very well. Aggressive.
Basically a 3-5 stack defense.
There it is. 3 down linemen, 3 stacked linebackers. 2 guys on the outside are their strong safeties, and 3 deep. There's a screen.
Middle
Boom.
screen, almost intercepted. The ball went off the hand of Wendell Johnson and was almost picked right out of the air as Anthony Rose came in to apply the pressure, and it almost created an interception. That'll bring up 4th down.
Fairmont State's going to have to get something going on offense. Right now, they're not being able to run and they're not being able to pass, and in my experience, that's bad.
Yeah, that's 2 of the 3 right there. Lloyd
right.
Price almost picked that ball off. Here's Bailey. Mark Huddleston back at his own 27-yard line.
Nice punt.
Great punt. Huddleston way back to his 18. He's got room to run, though. Lost his footing, lost his balance, and got out to the 29-yard line. It's an 11-yard return after an excellent punt by Bailey. We've got 10:20 to play in the first half. California 21, Fairmont State nothing.
From planning to installation to playability, nobody does it better than Rhino Tough Pro Grass.
You know, I had some knowledge of the turf business, but for them to come in and really explain it to our administration, board members, and that, I think they did an excellent job.
We had no turf-related injuries during this first fall season, and we got a tremendous amount of use.
There's no doubt about it that the Pro Grass is the best we play it on.
Rhino Tough Pro Grass. You're on our turf now.
Don't buy a used car when it's South Hills Kia. 3 vehicles, 1 low price, $13,995. Sedona minivan, Sorrento, or the all-new Sportage, only $13,995. 1 low price, $13,995.
South Hills is a Kia for me. Yeah, South Hills is a Kia for you. Bilco is the better buy.
Bilco is the better buy in August. Bilco leads the way in August with Bilco Volkswagen's employee pricing. It's the best way to buy your new 2005 VW. Plus, get 1.9% for 48 months on select models. Why wait? Bilco has a great selection of 05 Jettas, 05 Passats, and new Beetle convertibles, all available at special Bilco employee pricing.
Better buy Bilco. It's the better buy.
Don't buy a used car when it's South Hills Kia. 3 vehicles, 1 low price, $13,995. Sedona minivan, Sorrento, or the all-new Sportage, only $13,995. 1 low price, $13,995.
South Hills is a Kia for me. Yeah, South Hills is a Kia for you.
California University football is brought to you by Consol Energy, generating solutions, fueling change, and by Milan Laboratories, quality medicine just more affordable, and by California University of Pennsylvania, building character, building career. 10:20 to play in the first half. California scored on its initial 3 possessions of the game, and that is what we have right now. A 4-yard run by quarterback Cecil Howard, a 64-yard run by Antoine Bagwell, and a 4-yard run by Brandon Lombardi. 3 extra points by John Fowler, and that has us where we're at right now with Cal taking over at its own 29-yard line, 1st down and 10. Joe Ruggiero has been very efficient at quarterback. Bagwell.
Quick trap up the middle, Dan.
Not this time.
Not that time.
Brandon Gary, sophomore from Fairmont, West Virginia, made the tackle. One of 2 Gary brothers. They're twins. on this team. He was the man who shed his blocker and made the tackle.
It's hard to trap that stack like that. It's got to break clear. But it keeps them honest, so it's a good play.
It's a loss of 1 to the 28 and second down and 11. Play fake inside. Ruggiero going deep, looking for Garner. He's got him at the 30-yard line and down to the 28-yard line. Now they're calling it incomplete. The coverage on the play was offered by Nick Washington, and he was with him right there, and at the last second, we'll see the replay, either dropped it or Washington got a hand in.
That was a very nice play by that corner. I thought the guy caught the ball. I thought his feet were down. I thought the ground caused it. Looked to me more like a completion than a fumble, but I'm not one of the officials.
Well, it was a very last-second thing because he went down with the ball. Right. It's actually very good coverage and a good job by Garner to rip the ball away from the defender. Let's take a look. Well, you lose his back
I don't think he ever had possession. Quarterback showed me his strong arm again.
Third down, over the middle, wide open for the first down at the 47-yard line. The pass caught by Nate Force. Nate makes his first reception of the game, a junior from Laurel Highlands, and another one of those West Virginia Mountaineer transfers. What do you guys have down there?
Well, they ran 4 verticals, Stan, and when you run 4 verticals against a 3-deep secondary and you can get that guy in the seam, you're going to complete it all day if you have the protection. That's just what they did.
Coach John Luckhart told us that Nate Force has really come on, and to become a force, he'll see an awful lot of playing time. Quick out, Huddleston. That's a good first down gain to the 41-yard line, a gain of 5-yard line, and that's what you're talking about with Fairmont State. Get that 5, you can dictate on second down.
Exactly.
Morano and Sams make the tackle for the Falcons.
Fairmont State's offense is always being dictated by Cal's defense. Or it's just the opposite when Cal has the offense. They're dictating the tempo of the game. Spread again. This quarterback's impressive. I like him.
I think he's had only one completion, and that was the long bomb.
Right.
And that was almost a completion.
I guarantee he threw it on the money.
2nd and 5. Ruggiero looking, firing. Ooh. Ivory with the catch down at the 30-yard line. Perry Ivory, the transfer from Toledo, makes the catch. Sean Jemison, a senior from Rochester, New York, makes the tackle, but not before the pickup puts the ball outside the 30 for a first down.
That's a great, just 10 yards and stop, and the ball's delivered. There's not much defense if you can throw it and execute it, and that was a great job.
1st and 10, outside the 30. A mix-up on the handoff, and Bagwell gets to the 30, and we'll just call that no gain. It's a negligible gain. It'll bring up second down and 10. Cal U's popular Hall of Fame banquet is set for Friday, October 7th. Visit www.cup.edu to find out more about this year's class and reservation information. David Hill came in to make that tackle on Bagwell for no gain. Second down and 10. Receivers to the right. Ruggiero looking, got room to run, goes deep, man open in the end zone, incomplete. Just overthrown, almost caught by Brandon Jackson, the junior from McKeesport. Had him open, great size, 6'3", 200. If he'd have been 6'3 and a half, he might have had a touchdown.
Flag came out.
We may have a hold here on California. So it'll either be 3rd down and 10 or 2nd and 20. What do you do here, Don?
Well, I don't like 2nd down and 20s, okay. But with the way this offense is designed, that's really not a problem because it's a big play offense. So just keep doing what you do, and you can pick it up.
Oh, personal foul.
I believe they hit the quarterback late.
Yep, roughing the passer and the personal foul. Well, forget about that 2nd and 20. Yeah. It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 15-yard line, half the distance to the goal line.
Now, I like this a lot better, Stan.
There's the late hit.
When I coached, I liked that much better than 2nd and 20.
Now, the penalty goes against David Hill. Defensive lineman hit him way, way late. Ruggerio's fine, so the penalty will move the ball down to the 15-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 Cal, 7:32 to play in the first half.
Stayed in their spread.
Forrest and Garner split out to the right. Bagwell. And that may be another audible as he goes from right side to the left side. Split receivers on either side. Here's Bagwell, inside handoff. Nothing doing. They're reading that play pretty well to the 15-yard line. No gain. Josh Morano, the inside linebacker, makes the tackle. He's from Dearborn, Michigan, and he is a West Virginia transfer.
Wow.
We're going to move this game to Morgantown. You wouldn't have to drive so far to get here.
You're not kidding. See, that's that backside pursuit on the inside zone. They're going to have to control that with the quarterback or a fake reverse or something like that so that guy can't squeeze it down.
Ruggiero now 11 for 14 for 86 yards.
2 tight ends this time, 2 flankers.
Short drop, here's the slant, incomplete. Had him open for just a minute, Garner. Had him open for just a minute. That pass may be a little bit high. Jemison on the coverage, and that brings up 3rd down and 10 from the 15. Light rain again beginning to fall. It's been off and on. There was a very strong wind to begin the game. What wind there is blowing across the field from behind the Cal bench to the other sideline. Here's the pass, a little bit high. 3rd and 10. Cal 4 for 6 on 3rd down conversion. Slot left, outside blitz. Ruggiero beats one, beats another. Here's the dump off to the tight end. That may be very close to the first down, but probably about a yard shy.
That's a fine job by the quarterback. I thought he was going to be history. I thought that guy was going to get him, and he spun out of it and used his noggin and got that ball dished off. A lot of quarterbacks who just took off and run there. That's a nice job.
Brandon Jackson makes the reception. He's 2 yards shy, and it's 4th down and 2 from the 7-yard line.
Big play here. They're in their goal line. High formation. 2 tight ends.
Brandon Lombardi is the deep man in the eye. Here's Lombardi. He's inside and into the end zone. Boy, a good job of blocking by Tim McCutcheon, the All-American left guard, Joff Stewart. And Lombardi did a nice job of waiting, saw the hole, got the first down, and the touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
He had what we call blind faith, Stan. He had blind.
And good blockers.
He knew it was going to come, and he just hung in there, and it was a great run. That's the old-fashioned power-off tackle play. Everybody in America runs it. It's a great football play for short yardage, but they happened to break it.
Well, that could have been a big stop for Fairmont State on 4th and 2. They weren't able to do it. Fowler, who's 3 for 3, is now 4 for 4. 5:59 to play in the first half. California now has extended their lead. 4 touchdowns, 28-0 over Fairmont State. You're watching college football on FSN Pittsburgh.
You know, there's a chance you might not know who I am. But I'll give you a clue. I'm famous. Not a chef. I'm no boxer. But neither is he. Ain't no golfer. My fans know who I am. I'm Nelly. And your kids are your biggest fans. So talk to them about underage drinking. Nelly, we're ready for you. Let's go.
In today's world, there's a trait that employers value more than anything else, and that's character. For over 150 years, California University has prepared students for fulfilling careers and meaningful lives. Values like integrity, civility, and responsibility are integrated into classroom and campus activities. Our students enter their careers with a high degree of character for livelihood and for life. That is our mission and our difference.
Next week on the best damn sports show, period. Giant sack machine, Michael Strahan, and twins, NFL twins that is, identical brothers Tiki and Rodney Barber sit down together. And NASCAR's hottest driver, Tony Stewart. Plus from the hit show Entourage, Jeremy Piven. Byron Leftwich, a young quarterback with old school style. And jazzy new Utah point guard, Darren Williams. Next week at 10:30.
Stan Savern and Don Nealon with you, along with Tad Makowicki from Adamson Stadium in California, PA, where the Vulcans have opened up a 28-0 lead now on Fairmont State. That drive, Don, 11 plays, 71 yards. Big play in the sequence was a personal foul roughing the passer. Took him down from a 3rd down and very long to a 1st and 10 from the 15.
No question, that personal foul just killed him. And what really is impressive to me in this football game is this Cal State team has 28 points. This is an opening game, and I don't think they've had a penalty. If they have, I missed it. I mean, that's impressive for a first round. They have had one penalty. One penalty. That's terrific.
Well, we take back all the compliments, then.
Yeah.
Forget that.
Well, even one's pretty darn good, Stan.
Yes,
I'll tell you. I'd like to have my team have 28 points, play all that time, and with one penalty. That's especially in an opening football game.
Take that in the 11th game of the season.
Exactly.
Fowler to kick. Graham and Romeo back deep. This is Graham. He cuts right in front of Romeo.
He's got a seam.
30, 35, breaks a tackle, gets across the 40, and is knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Cal U's exciting new program, Professional Gold Management, is attracting students who see the potential of a career in golfing. Visit www.cup.edu. Jermaine Moy made the tackle on the special teams, but a very good return for Robbie Graham, and the Falcons take over 1st and 10. Great field position, the best field position they've had all day. 1st down and 10. They've had only one first down this entire game. They have not had a turnover on offense. They did have one on the punt game. Lewis looks left, now dumps off.
That was a nice job by their quarterback, broken play. That's what they're going to have to do on 1st down, Stan, to get to have any chance of getting back in this football game. They have to do something on 1st down.
The pass was complete to wide receiver Mo Kamara. Mo's a sophomore from Gaithersburg, Maryland. Little guy at 5'8", 175. The gain is 10. There's their second first down of the game. Johnson, nice hole to the 40 and down to the Cal 39. The first time that Fairmont State has been in Cal territory. The gain is 11. It's 1st down and 10. 2 first downs in succession. Senior strong safety Jared Dumm makes the tackle. Jared, a senior from Charleroi, 6'3", 215 pounds.
That was a nice job by that Johnson kid that time, Stan. Again, that's the zone play, and he made the great cutback.
Good block by left guard Kyle Robinette to pave the way. This time Johnson's hit in the backfield, and he is dropped for a big-time loss by Kenny Brown. That's the second great play that Brown has made, the freshman from McKees Rocks. You kind of like to see freshmen make those, or excuse me, McKees Port. You kind of like to see freshmen make those kinds of plays.
Boy, they penetrated. Everybody penetrated. There was nobody blocking up front there. I mean, that ball carrier said, uh-oh, that's big trouble.
And he was asking about the university's dental program there.
Yeah. What's the dental insurance? Don't give me that ball with that kind of penetration.
21 offensive plays for Fairmont State. We're going to have a false start there. 21 offensive plays for Fairmont State for a grand total of 24 yards. Lloyd Price in the backfield got thrown to the ground, but we're going to get a false start. Look on the right guard, Jeff Boland.
Cal State is really
procedure.
dictating. They're doing a great job with their defense. Now they're going to play soft and drop everybody back and make it really hard for them to throw the football.
So they lose 5 on first down. On the run, now they lose another 5, and all of a sudden you're facing a 2nd and 20, and the way Cal's coming after them, that's pretty much an untenable situation.
Yeah, it's tough. They're 5 under there. It's just so tough to throw against 5 under and 3 deep.
Pass intended in the flat is incomplete, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very, very long. Cal U's global online offers courses around the corner and around the world. Visit www.cup.edu to find out more about Cal U's online programs.
This is a tough situation. 3rd down and a mile.
Now you're down 28-0, Don. Do you want to call something safe here with a screen, or are you looking to pick up the 20?
Well, you know, let's face it. When you're down 28 before the first half, you got a real problem. I would guess they'll go ahead and go for it.
There's a quarterback draw. That's fairly safe.
Yeah, that's real safe. That's how smart I am. They went for it.
Yeah, but they didn't make it. So
exactly.
It's 4th and 15. They're now 1 of 6 on third down conversions. Lloyd Price stayed at home, the senior from Ringgold, and that'll bring up 4th down and long, and that'll force a punt. So with a good punt here, they can force Cal deep in their own territory as Mark Huddleston goes back to his 10 to receive the punt by Tyler Bailey. They're out in the line of scrimmage.
Their punt protection has been shaky every snap, so I get nervous. Punt's the biggest play you have.
There you go. Not as nervous as Tyler Bailey. That's a pretty good kick. Huddleston fields at his 9. With the block, he doesn't have much blocking up there, and a late flag on the play. He got out to the 20-21. It's a nice return of 10, given the circumstances, but let's see what the flag is all about. Darren Burns made the tackle for Fairmont State.
I would guess that's a block in the back stand, probably. It's normally what happens on those punt returns.
Well, that'll take it back inside the 10 then. Only a second penalty called on California. We've got 3:34 to play in the first half. So that restricts a 2-minute drill, if you had any idea, depending on your field position. Illegal block. And that'll take it back right at the 10-yard line.
You yell at those kids, you scream at them, don't block the number. Don't hit them in the back. But things happen, and I figured that's what it'd be.
Well, Burns was the guy blocked in the back and managed to make the tackle nonetheless. So let's see if John Lockhart and his offensive staff elect to try to bang this thing out of here. And if they get the position, I'm sure they would go 2-minute drill. I don't think you'll see anything risky here. Bagwell cuts inside and may have gotten a yard to the 11. You know, they've actually done a very good job. You take away the 64-yard run, and that's like saying if your grandmother was your grandfather, but they've actually done a fairly decent job. There's a flag on this play as well.
There's no question about it. They have played pretty well, but they've had those big plays against them, and big plays beat you. I think the punt really put them in a tough situation.
It looks like the officials have a little preseason left in them here. Not too rapid with their calls. Dead ball, personal foul, this time on Cal.
It's two fouls in a row now. I was bragging about them, and they're catching up.
2 in a row. Now, would you rather have it 2nd and 9 or 1st and 15? Because you're only getting a 6-yard penalty here.
Yeah. Well, I know what I'd be throwing. I'd play action and throw it deep. If they intercept it, it's as good as a punt anyhow.
Antoine Bagwell is the guy who committed the personal foul. We didn't see what happened, but in any event, no play, no gain, no stat on Bagwell's carry, who has 80 yards on 11 carries. But it's 1st down and 15. And the rain starts again. Stretch play.
Yep.
Bagwell does well to get outside the 5 and gain a yard to the 6, where it'll be 2nd down and 14. Let's see if Fairmont State's interested in using any of their timeouts here.
The rain's coming down hard now, Stan.
Yeah, it really is. So that really would preclude trying anything down here. Game circumstances should preclude that as well. Cal taking their time in the huddle. They want to milk as much time off the clock as they possibly can. 1 first down would certainly end the half, but it is 2nd down and 14.
If I was Fairmont State, I'd be using some of my timeouts. Keep them down there. Make them punt from back there and give me some time with the ball.
We've got 2 remaining. Cal has 1.
There's the counter play. Okay, Fairmont State's playing pretty good defense.
They gain 5 this time. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 as the clock counts down to the 2-minute mark. And just to refresh, since this is probably the first college game you've watched all year, there's no 2-minute warning in college football. You know, though, Don, with the influence of TV in college football, and that's why it was put into the NFL strictly for television, it makes you wonder why they haven't done that in college football.
Exactly.
I mean, virtually every game is televised now.
Yeah, television runs the show, that's for sure, Stan. I guarantee you.
Don't blame us. Now there's the timeout, but Fairmont State let 20 seconds run off the clock before they called the timeout. That play ended at 2:15. It's now 1:54. So.
Oh yeah, they could have had that ball back with 2 minutes to use their timeouts. And they got them punting out of their own end zone. They got a chance to, you may block it. You may have been able to make something big happen.
Well, the block, of course, still a possibility.
Right.
Now, Fairmont State has one timeout remaining, but they did waste 20 to 25 seconds by waiting to call the timeout. Now, is that part of the communication issue in the very first game, those kinds of things?
Well, I think so. And, Fairmont State's got a lot of young kids, and, it's just a tough situation for them.
I wanted to ask you also about preparation. I was talking to Dave Wanstedt the other night, and being a new coach at Pitt, he said, look, we had to have a sort of a game run-through to tell them where we wanted them to sit on the bench so we know where they are. I never thought of that before, but I guess you want your punt guys there and your kickoff guys.
Exactly. You want to be able to find them. The worst thing that can happen to you is those kids start to roam around on you. And some guy gets hurt and you're looking for Johnny X, and Johnny X is someplace else. That's a problem for you. Yeah, we always had a spot for him.
Well, John Luckhart's not going to mess around here. He's going to punt on the 4th down. Here comes the rush.
Good punt again.
The Fowler does a good job to get that thing out of there. Here's Graham in Cal territory. Wow. Hit hard and knocked down at the 43-yard line. Let's go to Tad Makowicki on the sideline. Tad, you staying dry down there?
Stan, Antoine Bagwell likes to wear sweatpants at practice over his football pants to help create drag to make him feel faster on game day. A lot like a swimmer likes to shave his head. That's what Antoine does. Now, I tried it yesterday at work. I wore sweats to work, but it just made me hot and cranky.
Yeah, you're too old to be fast. We're slow forever at this point. Just a matter of degrees. So Fairmont State will take over at the 43-yard line. 1:45 to play in the first half. They've got one timeout to play with.
Well, we're going to find out if they can throw the ball now, that's for sure.
Range let up a bit. Here's the pass to the sideline. The short gain, that won't get it done. Give him a gain of 5 in the flat. The pass caught by Gary, one of the backup tight ends.
See, it's so hard to throw the ball deep because they're dropping everybody off. They're rushing 3 guys and dropping 5 underneath and 3 deep, and makes it very difficult.
Not a good snap quarterback draw, but this will cost him time. Lewis does a good job. He gets the first down. That will stop the clock. So Fairmont State will not have to use a timeout here. They should line up on the ball.
Showed a little bit of mobility there, the big guy.
6'5", 220 pounds. He looks like he weighs even more than that.
He's a big man.
Pass out in the flat to Parker. And Cal does a good job of keeping him away from the sideline. Gary Butler, who's played a terrific game today, the sophomore from Langley High School, makes the stop. The clock runs. 2nd down and 5, but really down in distance at this point isn't terribly important.
Right. If they'd have managed that clock a little better, they'd have another 40 seconds or so.
Again, the little circle route is caught, and now Fairmont State will use its final timeout. It'll be a 3rd down and 3. Again, they're clearly in 4-down territory. At least they get a field goal. Brian Moore, sophomore from Riverside High School up near Beaver Falls, makes the tackle. Let's go down to Tad Makowicki on the sideline. Tad?
Stan, I'm with Tom Hoffman from Consul Energy. And Tom, you have to be proud of your partnership with Cal U and what you do to help with the scholarships for the athletic department.
Well, we are, not only with the athletic department, but scholarships generally for kids in the Greene and Washington County area. This is a great Division II regional institution, and that's why we're a part of it. We love partnering with Cal U.
And it's also so important to give back to the community, and that's what Consul's all about.
Well, that's what we like to do, but this institution really is focused on what they can do for the region, so we help them, but they help us.
Speaking of giving back, Tom, I'm going to give it back to Stan and Don up in the booth.
All right, Tad, thanks very much. It'll be 3rd down, short yardage. Nate Lewis, the quarterback, is now 6 out of 9 for just 30 yards. His longest completion, 10 yards. A chance to just get on the scoreboard.
Well, at least it stopped raining for Fairmont anyhow, Stan.
Yeah, some of the faint of heart still have umbrellas up, but for real football fans, it better be a deluge. 3rd down and 3 from outside the 22-yard line.
Well, they're coming after him. Oh,
well, pass in the flat to Wendell Johnson, and he could have run for a long time. The pass falls incomplete. Lewis rushed it a bit. Because of the rush, Lloyd Price blitzed from his outside left linebacker position, and that brings up a 4th down and 3. 36 seconds to play in the first half.
Quarterback went to the right guy. They just didn't execute it.
So they're going to go for the field goal here. The place kicker is Drew Cochran. Drew last year
timeout, California
was their leading or number 1 place kicker. Now Cal's going to call a timeout to freeze him just a little bit. All right, let's go back downstairs to Tad.
Stan, joining me is Elmo Natali. Elmo, is there any truth to the rumor that you played against Stan Savran in high school football?
I'm too old for that. I'm older than Stan, by a long shot.
Elmo, tell me about your career here at Cal and some of the different things that you accomplished.
Well, some of the things I accomplished, outside the football. I probably would point out several that did not include football. I enjoyed football. I had a pretty good career. I was the leading, nobody had 1,000 yards rushing until just a couple of years ago before me. But I am more proud of young Tim Susik, as you see going here. Tim Susik played for me, and you try to develop your ball players to become people like that. And those are the kinds of things you enjoy most of all.
Elmo, thank you very much. We're going to send it back up top to Stan and Don.
Yeah, I wore helmets in high school when I played. This is a 39-yard field goal by Tyler Bailey. He was 5 for 6 last year, and he's 1 for 1 this year. Under tough conditions, Tyler Bailey ends up being the place kicker for Rusty Elliott. His 29-yard field goal with 32 seconds to play puts Fairmont State on the board, and that should give the Falcons somewhat of a lift on.
A little bit. That'll help them some. That was a line drive kick, to be honest. From up here, I wasn't sure it was going to be good, but he line drived it through there, and anything on the board is better than nothing, that's for sure. But they're in a hole, and they're going to have to start that second half and do something with the football, because right now California's just swarming them.
Well, they will, Fairmont State, get the second half kickoff. Cal won the toss, elected to receive, and immediately embarked on a 65-yard touchdown drive. Cal scored the first 3 times it had the football, 2 long drives and then a short drive after a botched punt snap for Fairmont State, and that was an easy touchdown, although they had to go to 3rd down to get it, and that made it 21-0. So Fairmont State is on the board with a 29-yard field goal with 32 seconds remaining in the half. California's defense has held Fairmont State to just 49 yards in 28 plays. So you take that under 2-yard average every day of the week.
Boy, that's impressive. When you can play defense and you can kick, you got a great chance to win. I'll tell you that. That's the most important factor. Offensively, just don't screw it up. But defense and kicking, if you can do that, you got a great chance.
And Fairmont State, and this is last year, but Fairmont State led the conference in rushing last year.
Right.
And most of their losses actually were on defense, not offense. Cochran with the kick. A line driver. Ivory. Got a hole. Ivory to the 40, cuts outside, gets to midfield, and runs out of bounds at the 49-yard line, which is a smart play to save some time. Now, one would assume if it's a normal kickoff return, Don, they're just going to take a knee, but now, with 1 timeout remaining, have you got time to try something?
Oh, there's no question. They'll go for the jugular right now, brother. That was a smart play by that number 6, running out of bounds like that. He saved him a good 4 seconds.
Nice blocking up ahead.
I'd be surprised if they don't try to put some more points on the board now.
Yeah, a couple of completions, you got a chance for a field goal. 1 timeout remaining, 24 seconds. Ruggiero will operate out of the shotgun, as Cal most often does. Split receivers either side. Fires in the flat. Pass is complete to Marcellus Garner. Very short gain of about 5 yards. That used up 4.5 seconds on the clock.
Cal State's dropping Fairmont State's dropping everybody back. Makes it hard to, what they need to do, Stan, is run those 4 verticals again, try to hit the guy in the seam.
And they do have 1 timeout remaining. Of course, in college ball, the clock stops on the first down, but in order to get everybody up to the line, they probably would have to use their timeout with just under 19 seconds to play. 2nd and 5. Good protection. Looking, throwing deep for Garner. Overthrown. Good coverage by the cornerback on the play.
Number 24.
Yeah, Viacula. Number 24, Matt Viacula. He's a freshman, no less, from East Liverpool, Ohio. Good coverage, but they had the opportunity. Now it's 3rd down with 13.5 seconds to play. 1 completion and maybe a field goal attempt.
That was another well-thrown ball. That was just off his fingertips. That was well done by both the corner and the wide receiver.
3-man rush, everybody else drops. Jerrio winds up, throws deep. This will be overthrown again. That same pairing, Viacula and Garner, and that'll bring up 4th down with 7 seconds to play. So do you throw another one in the end zone and hope the 7 seconds runs out?
Well, why not? But what they should be doing is instead of throwing it to the wide guys, they got the guys in the middle open. But they're trying to get it in the end zone, and if the kid catches it in the middle and gets tackled, the clock runs out anyhow. But they have thrown the 4 verticals twice in a row.
Well, they do have 1 timeout remaining, but
yeah, they're going to throw it in the end zone.
7.3 seconds. Jerrio back, gets time, fires deep for the end zone. Everybody playing defense back there, and it's almost caught for a touchdown. It was batted around, and Brandon Jackson almost played volleyball and came up with a touchdown as the clock hits 000. It hits 000. We've reached halftime. California 28, Fairmont State 3. Stay with us on FSN Pittsburgh. We'll be back with our halftime ceremonies right after this.
Why am I in the Army Reserve? It's not just for the experience or the training I can use as a soldier and as a civilian. It's for them, for my country, and it's all worth fighting for.
Visit GoArmyReserve.com.
You know, there's a chance you might not know who I am. But I'll give you a clue. I'm famous. Not a chef. I'm no boxer. But neither is he. Ain't no golfer. My fans know who I am. I'm Nelly. And your kids are your biggest fans. So talk to them about underage drinking. Nelly, we're ready for you. Let's go.
Law of Power number 19. Know who you're dealing with. When you're recommended for physical therapy, Panther Physical Therapy has the years of clinical experience you deserve. Our therapy and hours are built around you. We care and respect your privacy. We give back to the communities we serve. Tom Nagel, Sean Collins, Josh Linval, Vicky English, Jay Lemke, Paula Dolkos. Panther Physical Therapy. If you're not getting therapy from Panther, you're not getting the best physical therapy available.
Bud Bear Mazda, now open for sales and service in the South Hills. Get $5,500 off any 2005 Tribute or MPV in stock. Mazda 3s as low as $15,699. Drive a new Mazda 6 for only $259 a month. No money down, no acquisition fee, no security deposit. Just bring in your first payment and drive one home. Bud Bear Mazda in the South Hills, Route 19 South, just 2 minutes past Sam's Club.
Bud Bear. Under the slate gray skies here at Cal U, the halftime score, California 28, Fairmont State 3. Now, the California athletic department, they're not all just about football. Now, this program won 2 softball national championships, 1 in basketball. As a matter of fact, Tom Pucci and his athletic department here at Cal U, they've really got it going on.
California University of Pennsylvania takes pride in building tomorrow's leaders. Many of our student athletes would not be able to pursue their dreams both in the classroom and on their chosen athletic fields without financial assistance. By supporting California University of Pennsylvania student athletes, you're providing them the opportunity to achieve success in the classroom, on the athletic field, and in life.
My athletic scholarship was a big part in my decision because it took a big burden financially off of my family and for myself. So it was a huge part in my decision making.
Well, the athletic scholarship is extremely important. I mean, like I said before, without it, I wouldn't be able to achieve my goals and to become a better person. And with that scholarship, it's allowing me to go to school. And with me going to school, I'm now able to receive something, but with me receiving that, now I'm able to give back. And what I want to do in school is teach. So now it's allowing me to be able to teach and give back to the students and to younger kids and kind of pass on everything that I've learned here at university to them.
My athletic scholarship has helped me because if I didn't have a scholarship, I wouldn't be able to come to school here at all. Coming from like my family, no one's ever gone to college, and then me getting this opportunity has really helped me to better my life and possibly, you know, make something of myself.
Enjoy that spirit. Enjoy that belief. And we can overcome anything that comes our way. God bless all of you. Let's go play!
Our athletic programs are an extension of the classroom. Student athletes learn life lessons every day. Teamwork is important not only on the field and in the classroom, but in America's boardrooms and operating rooms.
The leadership qualities that were instilled in me, I think, were just the hard work, the dedication, being able to stand up for yourself in any type of setting, whether it's on the court, in the classroom, in a social aspect. Just leading your peers in the right direction because you've had such great leaders for yourself that you naturally just become a great leader yourself.
Basically, every life lesson I've learned along the way, whether it be in the classroom or on the field, as far as hard work and commitment and examples such as those, I can apply to my career, whether it be teaching or coaching, and I really want to, incorporate as many of those qualities into my future as I can.
Ball's up over the middle. Dangerous play, and there's a goal for California.
Vulcan Athletics have enjoyed unprecedented success in the past few years. Cal U teams have been crowned national champions 3 times in the last 9 years. Rick Bertinoli's softball team won back-to-back NCAA gold in 1997 and 1998. In addition, Coach Darcy Vincent engineered a women's basketball championship in 2004 that culminated in a 75-72 victory over Drury in the NCAA Division II National Championship game. The Vulcans have also shown a steady improvement in the Dixon Trophy standings, awarded annually to the most successful athletic program in the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. John Lockhart's football team won 6 games twice in his first 3 seasons, and with 19 starters returning in 2005, the Vulcans look to make a run at the PSAC West title. The men's soccer team finished first in the PSAC regular season standings 3 of the past 5 seasons. And the women's volleyball team finished second in the NCAA East region this past year. The men's basketball team won 6 of the past 9 PSAC West titles and advanced to the national playoffs 7 times in the last 9 years. Cal U swimmers went 12-1 in dual meets last year to bolster a 30-2 dual meet record over the past 3 seasons. And Olympic gold medalist Roger Kingdom tutored freshman Brad Rager to the 2005 PSAC Indoor Championship Rookie of the Year and the 2005 Outdoor Championship MVP. The baseball team reached the 30-win plateau for the 2nd consecutive season in 2005 after winning the 2004 PSAC Championship. The women's tennis team captured its first PSAC West title since 1992 under head coach Pablo Montana. And the university will add men's and women's golf to scholarship sports at California University of Pennsylvania beginning in the fall of 2005. And if you thought that academics took a backseat as the team succeeded on the field, you couldn't be further from the truth. At the end of the fall semester, the athletic department's combined GPA rocketed to an impressive 2.93. 144 student athletes representing the university's 16 varsity sports were named to the athletic director's honor roll after achieving a 3.0 or better grade point average. Of those named on the honor roll, 5 had perfect 4.0 grade averages, and 15 others had a 3.8 or higher. Clearly, the coaches and players of the athletic department at California University of Pennsylvania understand the meaning of academics and its role in building a well-rounded student athlete.
When it's time for me to hang up my jersey, the thing I'll remember the most is just all the great people that I have met, my teammates, my coaches. They've just given me so much more than just learning how to dribble or shoot or make a layup. It's going to be those values that I'm going to carry throughout my life, just in being a good person and being a dedicated person in whatever I do.
When I am done and I'm finished with the program, I want to give somebody such as me, someone like me in the same situation that I have been in, to have the same opportunities that I have. Coming here has given me the opportunities to go on with my life, to fulfill my life, to fulfill my goals, to fulfill my dreams.
Optimism abounds at California University as the Vulcans continue to drive toward PSAC championships and the Dixon Trophy title. At California University, our core values of integrity, civility, and responsibility are helping us forge today's student athletes into tomorrow's leaders.
In today's world, there's a trait that employers value more than anything else, and that's character. For over 150 years, California University has prepared students for fulfilling careers and meaningful lives. Values like integrity, civility, and responsibility are integrated into classroom and campus activities. Our students enter their careers with a high degree of character for livelihood and for life. That is our mission and our difference.
You're going to like these guys, though. They're a pretty good crew. Everybody listen up. This is Levon. Hey, Levon, I'm Winty. You're on the 120 today. How are you? So if there's anything you need, just ask these guys. They'll take care of it, all right? Okay. Welcome aboard. Thank you. You ever been around anything this fast before? Yeah. In my last job. Well, you sound like you know what you're doing. I do.
You know, there's a chance you might not know who I am. But I'll give you a clue. I'm famous. Not a chef. I'm no boxer. But neither is he. Ain't no golfer. My fans know who I am. I'm Nelly. And your kids are your biggest fans. So talk to them about underage drinking. Nelly, we're ready for you. Let's go.
Success is best delivered when experienced players execute a superior plan at the right time. California University of Pennsylvania chose the experienced team at National Development Company to develop and build its Residence Hall projects, transforming Cal U's campus into a top-tier choice for students. NDC has experienced design, construction, and finance professionals to turn an institution's vision into reality. NDC, developing projects, building relationships, delivering success. NDC, put us in your game.
Welcome back. The score here at halftime, Cal U 28, Fairmont State 3. Now, I had the opportunity to tour some of the dorm rooms here at California U. Let me tell you, these places had pool tables, swimming pools, workout rooms, internet connections. They were so nice, as a matter of fact, it made me want to think about going back to school.
When it comes to student housing, California University of Pennsylvania has made one thing abundantly clear. These aren't your father's dormitories. Cal U is the only school in the nation to have completely replaced all of its housing in the last 5 years. Through its public-private partnership between Student Association Incorporated and National Development Company and Allen & O'Hara, Cal is able to offer students state-of-the-art living spaces featuring accoutrements heretofore available only in luxury homes.
NDC has developed many projects throughout Pennsylvania for colleges and universities. Never before have we seen the attention to detail and quality that we experienced in working with the team at California University.
Students at Cal U get involved with every aspect of the building process, including room design and furniture selection.
Our students were involved in the selection of the furniture in all of the apartments, both at our lower campus offering and our upper campus offering. And we were able to work with the University Loft within our budget and provide furniture that we think is durable and will serve the students well.
The results are spectacular. Every Cal U student can expect a room that is fully equipped with air conditioning, and all living spaces feature privacy and safety. Jefferson comes equipped with full kitchens, laundry in each apartment, and a fitness center.
The students will be pleasantly surprised at the quality of the housing, the carpeting, the air conditioning, and the fact that all they need to bring are their clothes. Everything is provided for them as far as furniture, maybe a television, but it's even a leave your wallet at home operation where the only thing you may be responsible for is your long-distance phone.
In Cal U, we found a client that shared our commitment to quality and detail, and in fact, it has resulted in a project that anybody at NDC would be more than proud to send their son or daughter to.
A lot of privacy. They only no more than 4 people share a bathroom, and mostly 2. Plenty of space and air conditioning and all the amenities of home.
And it doesn't stop there. The next building phase is underway, promising 440 new rooms ready for the fall of next year. It's no wonder applications at Cal U have increased by 14% in each of the last 2 years. The combination of increased academic programs, many of which have become nationally accredited, and President Angelo Armenti Jr.'s student housing vision has placed Cal U at the forefront of student housing in the PSAC. California University of Pennsylvania, building living spaces to house tomorrow's leaders.
Why am I in the Army Reserve? It's not just for the experience or the training I can use as a soldier and as a civilian. It's for them, for my country, and it's all worth fighting for.
Visit GoArmyReserve.com.
In today's world, there's a trait that employers value more than anything else, and that's character. For over 150 years, California University has prepared students for fulfilling careers and meaningful lives. Values like integrity, civility, and responsibility are integrated into classroom and campus activities. Our students enter their careers with a high degree of character, for livelihood and for life. That is our mission and our difference.
Bilco led the way in July with employee pricing. And for August, we're doing it again. Save on every 2005 Mazda MPV, 2005 Tribute, and 2005 Mazda 6. Plus, save even more with Mazda rebates up to $4,000. Buying or leasing, Bilco is the better buy.
Better buy, Bilco. It's the better buy.
This is not how you make something light. Unlike the other guys, we don't add water to a regular beer to make our beer light. Icy Light, brewed naturally for real beer taste.
Welcome back. I'm joined by Dr. Angelo Armenti, the architect and the catalyst for much of the change here at Cal U. Dr. Armenti, as Cal's biggest fan, you have to be happy with the proceedings thus far.
I'm very happy. This is a great rivalry we've had with Fairmont for many years. We're expecting big things from our football team this year, as we expect of all of our teams, Ted.
And it's also a great day for Cal U and to be on Fox Sports is just exciting for the university.
This is very exciting because it gives us a chance to reach out to our alumni and friends in the area. It also helps us to raise scholarship dollars for all of our sports, not just football.
Now, Cal U is very excited about the football program, but there's some other pretty good programs going on here as well.
Ted, you know, we've been very fortunate. We've won national championships in softball and women's basketball. We've been to the Final Four in volleyball and men's basketball. Those teams are going to be great this year. We're expecting big things from our new track coach, Roger Kingdom, the Olympic medalist. He's got a great assistant in Candy Sanders. They're recruiting some outstanding athletes. We're very excited about track and field. We're also excited about our new program in professional golf management. We're going to be attracting some great golfers from across the country.
Dr. Armenti, congratulations on so much success and on a great day.
Thank you very much, Ted.
We'll be back with the second half. It's coming up in just a few moments. Stay tuned.
You know, there's a chance you might not know who I am. But I'll give you a clue. I'm famous. Not a chef. I'm no boxer. But neither is he. Ain't no golfer. My fans know who I am. I'm Nelly, and your kids are your biggest fans. So talk to them about underage drinking.
Nelly, we're ready for you.
Let's go.
You're gonna like these guys, though. They're a pretty good crew. Everybody listen up. This is Levon. Hey, Levon, I'm with you. You're on the 120 today.
How are you?
So if there's anything you need, just ask these guys. They'll take care of it, all right?
Okay.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
You ever been around anything this fast before?
Yeah. In my last job.
Well, you sound like you know what you're doing.
I do.
In today's world, there's a trait that employers value more than anything else, and that's character. For over 150 years, California University has prepared students for fulfilling careers and meaningful lives. Values like integrity, civility, and responsibility are integrated into classroom and campus activities. Our students enter their careers with a high degree of character for livelihood and for life. That is our mission and our difference.
From planning to installation to playability, nobody does it better than Rhino Tough Pro Grass.
You know, I had some knowledge of the turf business, but for them to come in and really explain it to our administration, board members, and that, I think they did an excellent job.
We had no turf-related injuries during this first fall season, and we get a tremendous amount of use.
There's no doubt about it that the Pro Grass is the best we play it on.
Rhino Tough Pro Grass. You're on our turf now.
Welcome back to Adamson Stadium, California, PA, on the campus of California University. We are about to begin the second half of play. Don, the stat sheet certainly reflects the domination of Cal. They lead at 28-3, out first down them 10-4, 105 yards rushing to just a -2. I don't think you have to look much further than that.
You know, Stan, if you can't run the football, you can't win. And right now, Fairmont State's having trouble running the football, and they're also having a little bit of trouble throwing it. And I can imagine what Coach Lockhart was telling his guys, hey, gang, the game's not over, but we kick off. We go down there and we hold them. They have to punt. We go down and score. They're going to want to get in their bus and go back to Fairmont. On the other hand, Rusty's telling his kids, hey, this game's not over. We got to take the ball and we got to go down and put some points on the board. That's basically what these two coaches are saying, and I'm anxious to see what unfolds after the kickoff.
As you look at the stats, again, it does reflect the domination in terms of time of possession. Really, there have not been any turnovers in this game. There haven't been any fumbles. Normally in a first game, a lot of penalties, that kind of thing. The only turnover, and has to be counted as one, was the botched punt snap. Don, as a coach, if you're way behind, not that you're giving up, but do you tell your players, we'll find out now who wants to play?
There's no question, and I think they got to change up their defensive philosophy a little bit, Stan. They're going to have to try to make some big plays on defense. They're going to have to bring backers. They're going to have to stem. They're going to have to try to confuse California State a little bit and try to cause a fumble, an interception, or something. Because if they don't, then they're never going to get the ball back with enough time on the clock to change this thing. And like I say, I'm impressed with the way both these teams are playing. Even though Fairmont State's way behind, they look like they're well coached. The kids know what they're doing. California State, in my opinion, looks awful good. I think this team's a real force. I really do. I don't know a lot about Division II football because I haven't seen that many games. But I'm telling you, they got some skill. This running back is a big league. The quarterback has a big-time arm. I think they have a chance this year. And Fairmont State, I don't know that much about their league either, but I think they'll be an improved football team over a year ago. They've run into a buzzsaw today. There's no question about that. This California State team can be pretty good. But we still have a second half to go, and you never know what's going to happen.
Well, one of the things that has been critical for Cal's success today is the play of quarterback Joe Ruggiero. Thus far, he's 13 for 20, 99 yards, including a 25-yard completion. Last year, which was abbreviated for him, he was 56 for 90, 62%, 7 touchdowns. Then he broke his leg, and it really obviously retarded his progress, but it also really threw a monkey wrench because John Luckhart had to go to a freshman quarterback who really wasn't ready to play. But now you see the difference that Joe Ruggiero makes. He actually was an option quarterback in high school in Detroit, but he's throwing the ball very well. Josh Romeo runs up on the kick by Fowler and has some room. He's across the 35-yard line to the 40 and the 42-yard line. So the last 3 possessions for the Fairmont State Falcons, they have had excellent field position. The last time it ended up in their lone score of the game, a field goal. John Fowler, the kicker, makes the tackle. You don't want that to happen too often, do you?
Well, one thing in watching this game, that's one thing Cal State's got to improve on, is their kickoff coverage has not been good enough for them. They got to do a little better job with that.
So the first possession of the second half of play goes to Fairmont State, 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Wendell Johnson finds a hole, gets across the 40 and out to the 43-yard line, which will be a gain of 2 to make it 2nd down and 8. Making the tackle, the first hit, cornerback Jason Cook coming in on the play.
Cal's defense up the middle there is pretty stout. They get a lot of folks to the ball.
Justin Teravisky, John Testa, Avery Good, Anthony Rose, Kenny Brown. The freshman has had a big first half of play.
You know, those are pretty big guys up there, too. Uh-oh, they got away with one there.
No, they didn't. The flag before the snap.
Okay.
So that'll be called, and we'll still have a 2nd down play. And the one thing I've also noticed, Don, is that Mike Conway, Cal's defensive coordinator, has enough depth so they're able to rotate linemen in, and it's not terribly hot today, but that becomes a factor.
Snap infraction on the offense, number 56, 5 yards, still 2nd down.
The other thing that their defensive coordinator understands is he's got 2 pretty good corners, 1 real good corner, and when you have good corners, now you got 9 other guys you can follow them up with, and they play that 8-man front. You got to have corners in defensive football today.
So you lock down on the best receiver and let everybody take care of business.
Yes, sir.
Penalty against Fairmont, 2nd down and 13 from the 38. Time for Lewis. He'll tuck it and go. Not very far. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage and then a yard. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. Lloyd Price makes the tackle, bringing him down from behind. That'll bring up 3rd down and long. And by the way, hats off to our technicians. They fixed the referee's mic at halftime.
All right. You know, Stan, one thing with Fairmont State, this big JC quarterback guy, he's got a little bit what I'd refer to as happy feet. He gets back there and plants, but then he wants to take off running. And, you know, quarterbacks don't throw over people. They slide and find those gaps and throw the ball because he is not going to beat anybody running. He's going to beat them with his arm.
There's the fake draw and the quick pass to the wide receiver, which is caught by Kamara, but that'll make it Robbie Graham makes the reception, but that'll be well short of the 1st down, and so that'll force Fairmont State to punt. Cal U's first of the season Discovery Day open house is Monday, October 10th. Visit www.cup.edu for more dates and information. Tyler Bailey will come on to punt. And Mark Huddleston back deep. That is 16. And we've got a delay here. And Cal calls a timeout. There's been a mistake on the personnel on the punt return team. 12:54 to play. We're early here in the second half. Cal leading Fairmont State 28-3. You're watching college football on FSN Pittsburgh.
Success is best delivered when experienced players execute a superior plan at the right time. California University of Pennsylvania chose the experienced team at National Development Company to develop and build its residence hall projects, transforming Cal U's campus into a top-tier choice for students. NDC has experienced design, construction, and finance professionals to turn an institution's vision into reality. NDC, developing projects, building relationships, delivering success. NDC, put us in your game.
Why am I in the Army Reserve? It's not just for the experience or the training I can use as a soldier and as a civilian. It's for them, for my country, and it's all worth fighting for.
Visit GoArmyReserve.com.
In today's world, there's a trait that employers value more than anything else, and that's character. For over 150 years, California University has prepared students for fulfilling careers and meaningful lives. Values like integrity, civility, and responsibility are integrated into classroom and campus activities. Our students enter their careers with a high degree of character for livelihood and for life. That is our mission and our difference.
They lurk in the water, waiting for a fight. It's the run for the FLW Championship. Get caught in the action, emotion, and adrenaline. FLW Outdoors, tomorrow on FSN.
High-octane high school football. 2 state champions hit the field as the best from Pittsburgh go head-to-head with the best from Cleveland. See who comes away with bragging rights. The Pennsylvania Kickoff Classic. The doubleheader starts today at 4 on FSN Pittsburgh.
Counting to 11 may be part of a preseason workout, and Cal may have had either 10 or 12 on the field, so they wisely called timeout. Now we're set to resume. 4th down and 4 yards to go. And Fairmont State will punt. Huddleston back deep at his 14-yard line.
Another
good
nice
kick.
punt.
Yeah, he's had some really good ones.
Right, that's a great punt.
Huddleston back to his 7.
Uh-oh.
To the wall to their sideline.
They got a
Needs
wall.
one block to get there. Not quite able to do it. Good job. They strung out the play and forced him out of bounds. But nevertheless, it ends up being about a 10, 11-yard return and gets Cal out to the 21-yard line. Pretty good starting point.
This is a big series for Fairmont State's defense, Dan. They're going to have to do something here to get them stopped.
Cal huddles on the sideline. They'll go with the double tailback set with both Robert Calhoun, who's yet to get a carry, and Antoine Bagwell, who has 80 yards on 11 carries, although 64 came on one play, so 10 carries for 16 yards outside of that long touchdown run. Joe Ruggiero remains the quarterback. Play fake, looks, throws, has a man open. He was looking for Huddleston, but the ball was tipped by the on-rushing linebacker. The pass ball is incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
That was a well-conceived play, but that linebacker batted it down. They'd had a big play. It's a good job.
Vince Black is the man who came in to tip the ball away. Vince is 6'2", 205 pounds, a sophomore from Marietta, Ohio.
I believe he went to Parkersburg Catholic, I think.
2nd down. Bagwell looks to cut up. A little slow on his cut. Gets across the 25 to the 26. It'll be a gain of 5. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5. One Cal running no huddle. Don, from a defensive standpoint, what does that no huddle do to your defense?
Well, you know, number one, it tires you out, and number two, you don't have a chance to do quite as much as you would like to do. But what they do in practice, they all have wristbands on, and the coach signals the defense, and they all look at it.
Of course, you don't get to substitute much either.
No, that's a big advantage. They don't get to substitute.
Ruggiero hit as he throws, and he flips it out on the flat, kind of a safety valve looking for Calhoun. Josh Skidmore came in and applied the pressure. So really, the last 3-4 series, Fairmont State's done a much better job.
This game has changed a lot, Stan. You take away the first quarter when everything exploded on Fairmont State, and they've played them pretty even. They've played very well, so who knows? We may have a ball game yet.
Robbie Graham back deep at his own 30-yard line. John Fowler, who doubles as place kicker and punter. The last guy who did that was Don Cockroft with the Cleveland Browns. Not a great punt here. Looking for a roll. He'll not get it.
Whoa.
Fairmont State almost had a player hit his foot, and that would have been Cal Ball. As it is, Fairmont State will start at their own 43-yard line. Tad Makowicki joins us on the broadcast team. He's on the sidelines. Tad?
Stan, I'm joined by Darcy Vincent, the ladies basketball coach here at Cal U. Darcy, I want you to tell us about your shining moment in the NCAA tournament.
It seems like it was a decade ago, but it was obviously a wonderful opportunity for us and our ladies to compete. And there's a wonderful statue the President, Dr. Armeni, stuck down in front of Hamer Hall. So, I mean, it's the pinnacle of all things. And obviously we want to strive to get back there. So you got a taste of it. Now you just want more of it.
That's right. What do you do for an encore?
You know what? There is no encore. You just got to keep going after it and hammering at it. And we came up short last year, but we have, a good nucleus returning and obviously 6 new kids coming in. So you know what it takes. It's harder, I think, sometimes when you know what it takes, but you just got to keep pounding at it. And obviously the recruitment of quality young student athletes is what takes you to that pinnacle.
Darcy, best of luck in the upcoming season.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Back up to Stan and Don.
Wendell Johnson taking a beating, a yard gain the first play. He'll give that back in a big hurry. Great penetration by Gary Butler. Boy, has he had a strong game today. The sophomore from Langley High School in the city. He makes the first hit. A.B. Conley comes in and also helps to clean up. That'll bring up 3rd down and long. I don't care what level you're talking about, what sport you're talking about, for Darcy and the Lady Vulcans to win a national championship in women's basketball at the D2 level.
That's a great accomplishment.
It is.
That is something. This defense, they got to change their game plan a little bit. They're going to have to do something on 1st and 2nd down. They just can't keep running the football because they're not getting any yardage. And on 3rd down, you're playing into the defense's hands because they're going to call a defense that's going to handle the passing game.
And they'll give them that all day long with a 28-3 lead. That game's about 2. Jared Dumm, the strong safety, and outside linebacker Lloyd Price in to make the tackle. You're not gaining 11 yards on that swing pass, and that'll bring up 4th down. Again, long yardage, and again, another punt for Fairmont State.
Yeah, they have to start to throw all the time on 1st down. Try to get themselves in a situation where they're dealing from strength. Cal State's dealing from strength all the time on defense.
Well, Cal State defense has come out to play, but the Cal State offense has been dormant for much of the last quarter or so. Good rush, and that forces a bad punt. That's one of the few bad punts. This one off the side of his foot. It goes out of bounds, and California will take over outside its 35-yard line. 9:43 to play in the 3rd quarter. California 28, Fairmont State 3.
From planning to installation to playability, nobody does it better than Rhino Tough Pro Grass.
I had some knowledge of the turf business, but for them to come in and really explain it to our administration, board members, and that, I think they did an excellent job.
We had no turf-related injuries during this first fall season, and we got a tremendous amount of use.
There's no doubt about it that the pro grass is the best we played on.
Rhino Tough Pro Grass. You're on our turf now.
It all begins Saturday, September 3rd when Dave Wanstead and the Panthers take on Notre Dame at Heinz Field. For season tickets, call 1-800-643-PITT. Pitt Football, we want you.
Well, Ms. Clark, it looks like you are going to need physical therapy, and I would like to recommend a facility. All
physical therapy is not the same.
Doctor, I'd like to use Panther Physical Therapy.
You have the freedom to choose your physical therapist. Tom Niggle, Sean Collins, Josh Lenthal, Vicky English, Jay Lemke, Paula Dolkos. Panther Physical Therapy. If you're not getting therapy from Panther, you're not getting the best physical therapy available.
Cal U football is brought to you by Hugo's Family Restaurant and by the Observer Reporter, your life, your town, your news. The United States Army, an army of one. And by Anheuser-Busch, who salutes parents who talk to their kids about drinking. Responsibility matters. Second possession of the second half for Cal. They had to punt on their first possession. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line, leading 28-3, reaching the midway point of the third quarter. Low quarterback snap and the inside handoff, and again, Cal not able to find much running room inside. Matt Vance, one of the linebackers for Fairmont State, makes the tackle. A senior, he led the team in tackles a year ago and is about to start out that same way in 2005.
Stan, they got 8 guys in the box, and you're just not going to run against it. They're bringing the backers. They're trying to create some problems. Now Cal State's got them spread out a little bit. They got a little better chance.
Jerrio, short drop. Now he's flushed, looking, fires, got a man wide open over the middle. The pass incomplete for Brandon Jackson, the junior. He was right there and let it slip through his fingers, as it were.
Yeah, that'd have been a big play, real big play. Quarterback again showed me something. Fired the ball, was right there. Ball should have been caught.
Cal U's homecoming celebration on Saturday, October 8th has something for every member of the family. And by the way, who doesn't love a parade? Visit www.cup.edu for a schedule. So that drop cost him a first down, at least temporarily. 3rd down and 9. Looking, firing over the middle. It is intercepted. The pass intended for Huddleston. He's down on the play. And the ball's returned all the way back to the 37-yard line. Be intercepted by Josh Skidmore, probably their best defensive player. Skidmore makes the interception, the first turnover of the day for Cal, and a first down for the Falcons.
There's a big play, first one for the Fairmont State team. You know, talking to Rusty Elliott, Stan, he tells me that Skidmore boy is a guy who walked on and has done everything in his power to become a heck of a player. Coach Elliott thinks he's special.
He was a first-team All-WVIAC player last year, had 3 interceptions a year ago, gets one here in the first game of the season. He's tiny, really, 5'8", 195. He's a senior from Junior, West Virginia.
Yeah, Junior. And he's a walk-on, and he earned a scholarship. That's what college football is all about, young guys like that.
As a coach, you have to admire those kinds of kids because they're out there getting beaten up and just out there for the competition. Here's Lewis looking, throwing deep, and it is intercepted by Cal. You gonna rule a touchback? Or they're gonna rule him at the 1-yard line? No, they're gonna rule at the 3-yard line.
3-yard line.
Great interception by Jason Cook, the senior from Duquesne, PA. So there is an example of tit for tat.
Yep. That was a great play again. That's that corner. That Cook guy is a good football player. I knew as soon as the quarterback threw it, it was going to be intercepted. He really shouldn't have thrown that ball. The kid was covered all the way.
That pass intended for number 86, Alan Jewell, a sophomore from Sarasota, Florida. And Cook, who had 2 interceptions a year ago, picks one off. And that changes the field position, but right now, Fairmont State, given the time on the clock and given the scoreboard, can't be overly interested in field position. That was a great chance for them to score and take advantage of the interception by Skidmore.
They need points. They don't need field position.
Bagwell is the lone setback. See, the offensive line operates from a set position. Big hole up the middle. Bagwell to the 15. Breaks tackle to the 20. 25 and down to the 28-yard line. A big run for Antoine Bagwell, 25 yards. That will put him over the 100-yard mark. Great block by wide receiver Nate Force, number 10. Here it is on replay.
You give this guy the ball enough, something's going to happen good. Got great balance. I can see where he was an All-American last year and a preseason pick this year.
Runs pretty low too, Don, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got great vision, and he's got enough acceleration. They're changing, move him over to the other side. Chances are they're going to throw the ball, or they're going to run and draw. Boom.
been tough for the most part inside. Still, he gets a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. And we've got a late flag, and there was a lot of jawing going on. And this was well after the play. Fairmont State complaining either about a hit or something that somebody said. Let's see who the penalty's on. Jacob Owens and Kyle Miller involved in the tackle. I don't know if they'll be involved in the penalty, but Cal's kind of walking backwards at this point. Bagwell's already had one personal foul called on him.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 46 on the California team, 15 yards, half the distance, comes up, he's 2nd down.
Now let's see if John Luckhart pulls him out of the game here temporarily.
I think that's his 2nd one. I wonder what happens here. Can't see anything on the replay.
I kind of think it maybe was something was said. It happened so late after the play was completed.
Those are the kind of things you just can't have happen to you.
2nd down and 27 yards to go after the penalty. So Bagwell now 2 personal fouls. Personal foul and an unsportsmanlike conduct. Wipes out the run and the field position. Bagwell again cuts back, makes a great cut. 25 and good ankle tackle. Skidmore in there, also Sams. Otherwise, he'd still be running. He gets 10 of it back out to the 28-yard line.
I want you to know he was close, Dan. That was some run right there.
Nice block by Mark Huddleston, number 3, the wide receiver.
Has a little counter type draw, and they had him at the line of scrimmage, but somehow he got out, and he's got great balance, that guy.
3rd down and 13 from the 28-yard line. Again, Bagwell, late developing play, and the timing on that was all messed up and had no chance of succeeding. That'll bring up 4th down and 9, and once again, Cal will be forced to punt, primarily because of the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Join us for our annual Family Day celebration on Saturday, September 24th. For an up-to-the-minute schedule, visit www.cup.edu. Well, this has been a rather familiar exchange. These two teams have exchanged punts. They've exchanged interceptions. No scoring here in the 3rd quarter. 6.5 to play. Cal up 28-3. Graham back inside his 30. Fowler's punt. High kick. Graham. Fumbles, called for the fair catch. Scramble for the football. Butler is on the ground fighting for it. That's right. It is Fairmont State's ball. Fairmont State comes up with the ball. Graham, every time he goes to receive a punt, gives that half fair catch. That'll either get you killed or get you a penalty. That was a full fair catch schedule right there. And he's still looking up.
I'll tell you, their kicking game's a little shaky. Makes me nervous. They need to get something going. I'm anxious to see what their plan of attack is here on 1st down now.
Mike Dodson with great pressure. He's the one who forced Graham to look up, number 28. He's a sophomore from Waldorf, Maryland. Picked off. The interception by Jermaine Moy, the sophomore from Rochester, PA. The 2nd interception in succession for the defense, and Moy returns it deep into scoring territory.
Another one of those Mountaineer transfers.
There you go, yet again. Throwing on the run.
I've heard of so many transfers from WVU. I hope we got somebody left for Syracuse.
Somebody left for, Rich Rodriguez down there. Jermaine Moy with the interception. And let's go down to Tad Makowicki on the sideline. Tad?
Thanks, Dan. Jermaine Moy played in the WPIAL championship game 3 years ago against Perry Ivory from Fort Cherry. Now, they were bitter enemies on that afternoon, but since then, they've become fast friends. The only caveat is Jermaine cannot talk about that afternoon at Heinz Field with Perry Ivory.
Well, that's what you want your free safety to do right there. He read like a center fielder, stepped up. Brandon Lombardi, the ball carrier, took the hit, spun out, but ends up getting back to the initial line of scrimmage for no gain. Matt Vance, the tackle. That free safety's back there reading, read beautifully. I guess you read the quarterback on that, Don.
Well, it's a power off tackle play, Stan, what they're doing, and that's the favorite play they have out of that formation. They have the two tights, and it's a great goal line play, but they jammed it up at the point of attack, and he bounced the play, and then the pursuit got him.
2nd and goal. Bagwell back in the game now for Brandon, who got the no gain. Short drop. Gregario looking.
I'll tell you, that quarterback.
He should throw it away. Well, better yet, he throws it for a touchdown. The pass complete to tight end Damon Baker, the junior from Cincinnati and the transfer from Bowling Green. You know something about Bowling Green too, don't you?
You're not kidding. All these transfers, but you gotta give that quarterback a lot of credit. He did it all. He's the guy who made that thing go, because now the receivers back in that end zone, they don't have any room to work.
Joe Ruggiero with his first touchdown pass of the afternoon of the season, and he did do a great job. I didn't see anything open. He did. Thought he might throw it away and live to fight another day. Fowler with the extra point. He's perfect on the afternoon, 5 for 5. 5:16 to play in the 3rd quarter. California ups its lead, 35-3 here at Adamson Stadium. We'll be back in just a moment.
You're going to like these guys, though. They're a pretty good crew. Everybody listen up. This is Levon.
Hey, Levon, I'm Winty.
You're on the 120 today.
How are you?
So if there's anything you need, just ask these guys. They'll take care of it, all right?
Okay.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
You ever been around anything this fast before?
Yeah. In my last job.
Well, you sound like you know what you're doing.
I do.
In today's world, there's a trait that employers value more than anything else, and that's character. For over 150 years, California University has prepared students for fulfilling careers and meaningful lives. Values like integrity, civility, and responsibility are integrated into classroom and campus activities. Our students enter their careers with a high degree of character for livelihood and for life. That is our mission and our difference.
Why am I in the Army Reserve? It's not just for the experience or the training I can use as a soldier and as a civilian. It's for them, for my country, and it's all worth fighting for.
Visit GoArmyReserve.com. Larry Holmes reigned as heavyweight champion of the world for 7 years.
There's no one in the game that ever got past that left hand.
But he still could not silence his most powerful opponents. Larry Holmes, Beyond the Glory, Sunday on FSN.
Catch the latest on your college football teams on FSN Pittsburgh. Starting at 1, it's Pitt football with Dave Munster. Then at 1:30, it's Penn State football with Joe Paterno. Followed by West Virginia football with Rich Rodriguez at 2. College football press conference Tuesdays on FSN Pittsburgh.
The first score of the 3rd quarter goes to the Vulcans of California. It's a touchdown to make it 35-3, and it was a mountain to climb at 28-3 down. Now, all of a sudden, it's Mount Everest.
Yeah, they got a big chore ahead of them. There's no question. And now what's going to happen is California's going to put some other kids in that are freshmen, and they want to show the coaches that they can play also. And so it's going to be an uphill battle for Fairmont State.
Fowler's kick is short. Romeo picks it up inside the 20-yard line across the 25 and fights his way out to the 28-yard line where Fairmont State will take place. Now, as a coach, you've got yourself a nice lead. You don't want anybody letting down. At what point do you begin to substitute without sending the wrong message to the guys who are playing?
Right. Well, I think you start to bring them out slowly but surely. But, it's still early. We're still in the 3rd quarter. I don't think he'll do much until the 4th quarter. But he'll start to substitute. I know John Lockhart. He's not going to try to run the score up.
Lewis, the quarterback, 9 for 15, but he's been picked off twice, and the last interception by Jermaine Moy led to a touchdown. There's a little swing. A little lateral? No, it's called an incomplete pass. You have to be careful about that.
They got to be careful on that play. That's at their swing screen.
Chris Glass was on the coverage, number 13. Our new student residence halls are among the best in the nation. They fill up fast, so apply now at www.cup.edu and reserve a room. So for the most part, the first team California defense is still intact. By the way, Cal is off next week. They don't play again until September the 10th. Here's the blitz. Price coming. Pass is caught. And a great catch and a real tough hold by the tight end, Justin Llewellyn. He took a real lick and he hung on. Cook hit him, but an outstanding job by Llewellyn, the tight end, to hang on.
That was a nice play. That was a good job by the quarterback also. It's the first time I've seen that Nate Lewis really throw the football, and he did a good job. It was a great catch by that kid.
Lloyd Price hit him as he threw, and that's an excellent job by the tight end to hang on to that football. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Little out pattern. And that's what you're talking about, Don. You pick up that 5 yards. It's almost a gimme. They're going to give him that. It's 2nd and 5.
They should have been doing this 2 quarters ago to give themselves a little better chance. Because Cal State, it's obvious to me, standing up here and watching this game, Cal State's got better speed. Speed kills. And that's exactly what they have on that defense. They got a lot of speed.
Alan Jewell now, number 86, 3 catches for 28 yards. Not a good snap, quarterback draw. It was a pretty good yardage. That's the 45 and down to the 43-yard line, which is good for another Fairmont State first down. Gary Butler is the guy who brought him down. Watch number 7. 7 on 7. There's a pair of 7. And Butler, the linebacker, gives up about 10 pounds to number 7, the quarterback there.
Quarterback's a tough guy. I'll give him that. I'll tell you that. He's a pretty tough kid. He's not afraid to run it up in there. But he takes off and runs just a little too soon. Uh-oh.
Again,
there's a broken play.
Yeah, it's going to be another 14-yard gain and another first down. That's the 2nd time in succession that there's been a poor snap and a broken play, and the 2nd consecutive first down for Fairmont State. Butler again in on the tackle, the sophomore from Langley High School, but maybe they ought to put that play in their offense and put it in the book.
That's what I was thinking, Stan. Maybe they ought to put that broken play in. The ball snapped on the ground and nobody knows who's got it, and boom, they get 12 yards.
I guess it'd be a lot easier if that thing was round, wouldn't it? But it's not.
Yeah, it doesn't bounce right back to you like that round one.
First and 10 from the 30. JoJo Parker dances outside. Nice run. He's very close to another first down. It's a 9-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 1 from the 22-yard line. Justin Taravisky, a junior from Wheeling, West Virginia, made the tackle for the Vulcans.
Fairmont State feels that's the play they got to be able to execute if they're going to have an offense. That's their inside zone. When you got 2 wideouts on both sides, you got to be able to execute that play, and they were able to that time.
2nd and 1, so a down to play with here as we get down to the 3-minute mark in the 3rd quarter. See if they want to do something here, a little fancy. No. Wendell Johnson has the first down inside the 20. Blow the play dead at the 19. That is good for a first down. NPR senior correspondent Juan Williams will be on campus on Thursday, October 6th at 7:30. Visit www.cup.edu for more information. So this becomes a matter of pride for a first defense. This may be the last series they play, and they want to go out without having allowed a touchdown.
2 running backs for Fairmont State. They have good feet also. Both the JoJo Parker kid and Wendell Johnson are both solid football players.
Again, the 2 combined for 2,000 yards last year. Fairmont State, number 1 in the West Virginia Intercollegiate Athletic Conference in rushing. Here's Wendell Johnson. Follows a nice hole. He gets 5 yards to the 14, where it'll be 2nd down and 5.
See, that's the zone again. Their linebackers go out with the wide receivers, and they're able to run that zone play.
Andre Williams comes into the game for Cal, big number 99. Brian Moore is the defensive captain in there, number 58, the sophomore from Riverside. He gets the signal from the sideline, calls the defense. Johnson in trouble, flag down. Play will lose a yard and bring up 3rd down. We may have a hold here on Fairmont State. Anthony Rose, junior from Wilkinsburg, PA, made the first hit, cleaned up by strong safety Jared Dumm. Let's see what the call is.
There was a case, Dan, of Cal State not being able to get lined up on defense, and they snapped the ball anyhow, and Fairmont State guys didn't know who to block, and they ended up holding.
No, they didn't block anybody, legally or illegally,
Yeah,
as it turns out. So Cal will take the penalty here. They'll accept the penalty. It'll still be 2nd down, but very long yardage.
Penalties kill that offense. Chance to get something on the board, and now they got 10-yard penalty.
Holding on the offense, number 68, 10 yards from the previous spot. Repeat 2nd down.
That's not allowed. You're not supposed to give the number of the player. Kyle Robinette is the guilty. We're allowed. Kyle Robinette is the guilty party. I guess they've changed that. It used to be you couldn't do that.
Yeah, I believe it's legal to.
Yeah, it is. I was just
in college football.
Kidding around. But for the longest time, of course, basketball. I wouldn't be upset to see college basketball players go back to the days when they would hold up their hand when they were signaled for a foul. 2nd down and 14 after the penalty from the 24. Lewis looking sideline, almost intercepted. Cook was right there. He turned to look for the ball, but the intended receiver did not. Butler with a good rush on Lewis, forced him to release the ball. Incomplete, 3rd down and 14.
Nice job by that Cook. He's a good corner.
Preseason All-American from Duquesne, PA. They turn out some football players there.
Sure do.
Duquesne Dukes. 3rd and long for Fairmont State. There's a middle screen. The pass is broken up right in the middle of it. Lloyd Price right in the middle of it. That play really never had a chance to develop. Taravisky also in there on the play, and that brings up 4th and 14. That's an awfully long field goal. Surprised they're not going to go for it here.
Me too.
We're looking at a 42-yard field goal in a 35-3 game, but 4th and 14 is no bargain either.
Exactly. Yeah, most coaches don't have many good plays for 4th and 14.
Tyler Bailey hit on a 39-yarder earlier. This will be from 42. Kick is up, and it is good. So Fairmont State 2 for 2, a minute 28 to play in the 3rd quarter. It's now Cal 35 and Fairmont State 6. Let's go down to the sidelines and Tad.
Stan, Coach John Luckhart has coached in 6 national championship football games, 4 as an assistant at Lehigh and 2 Alonzo Stag Bulls while he coached at W&J. Now the goal for Cal is to get lucky into championship game number 7.
Well, I know he's got his eyes set on that PSAC West Championship. Lucky now in his 4th year, 16 and 16, but in 2 of his 3 years, he's been over 500, a 6-5 and a 6-4. And he thinks this will be a breakthrough year. Lucky, of course, as a head coach, Northern Illinois, Lehigh, W&J, and Cal, 153 wins, 53 losses, and 2 ties.
That's quite a record.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great guy. He's the kind of guy you'd want your son to play for because he's a quality man, does a great job with his players, does a great job with his staff, and I don't have enough good things to say about him. Great guy. And I think Fairmont State's coach is a very, very classy individual. He's done a great job with their program.
Rusty Elliott also, ironically, in his 4th year, his record overall 12 and 18. They were 5-5 a year ago. Drew Cochran, who kicked that 42-yard field goal, will kick off now for Fairmont State. Knuckleballer will stay in bounds. No, it does not. And so Cal will take it at their own 35-yard line. The second time that has happened today. The opening kickoff of the game was one that knuckled out of bounds. And so Cal will take over at the 35-yard line. Let's see what kind of offensive set. When do you know, Don, is the right time to begin the substitutions?
Well, I think you feel that. you just have a gut feeling. You know, you're close to this game, and
kick out of bounds. Against Fairmont, kicking
you want
team,
to make sure that
California accepts the ball at the 35-yard line, first down.
You want to make sure you got the game in hand before you do anything stupid. That's for sure.
You know, we have a change of quarterback.
Right.
Cecil Howard, who scored a touchdown earlier today, takes over for Joe Ruggiero. Cecil's taken a couple of snaps. He ran once for the touchdown, ran another one on a quarterback keeper.
Bagwell's still in the game.
There he is, and he'll get a yard, maybe 2 to the 7. They may have taken a page from that Fairmont State. Bad snap, only this time he handed it off. John Morano, the inside linebacker, makes the tackle. Cal stays with the no huddle.
Amazing thing, they're both running the same play off of it. They both ran the same inside zone play. But like I say, that play has got to be a big feature in a spread offense.
2nd down and 8. Howard keeps. Needs to beat the first guy, does, but then the wave comes in and grabs him and knocks him down at the 38-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. The Pittsburgh Symphony's Chamber Orchestra will perform at Cal U on Tuesday, October 4th at 8 p.m. Go to our website for details, www.cup.edu. And now Joe Ruggerio's back in at quarterback. Cal will have to run one more play. 3-second differential between the play clock and the game clock.
They still got all their number 1s in there, I believe. I think Coach Lockhart will keep them in that 3rd quarter.
Pass. Did he keep his foot in bounds? Yes, he did.
Oh.
Well, we got a disagreement among the 2 officials. One marked him out of bounds for the catch of the 43.
Taking it back.
Taking it back. With 4 seconds to play in the quarter.
I didn't think he had both feet, or 1 foot in. Anxious to see take a peek here.
Pass was ruled incomplete.
Did he drag that back toe?
I don't know, Stan. That's a good question.
Certainly the lead foot was out of bounds, but did he drag the back toe before it hit the ground? In any event, barring a penalty, this will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Fowler back to punt, Graham to receive at his own 20-yard line. That would have been a 1st down reception. Not a good punt. Graham will let it hit and roll out of bounds, and we'll let the clock count down to 0. We've played 3 quarters here at Adamson Stadium in California, PA. The Vulcans of Cal leading the Falcons of Fairmont State 35-6.
You know, there's a chance you might not know who I am. But I'll give you a clue. I'm famous. Not a chef. I'm no boxer. But neither is he. Ain't no golfer. My fans know who I am. I'm Nelly. And your kids are your biggest fans. So talk to them about underage drinking. Nelly, we're ready for you. Let's go.
Success is best delivered when experienced players execute a superior plan at the right time. California University of Pennsylvania chose the experienced team at National Development Company to develop and build its residence hall projects, transforming Cal U's campus into a top-tier choice for students. NDC has experienced design, construction, and finance professionals to turn an institution's vision into reality. NDC, developing projects, building relationships, delivering success. NDC, put us in your game.
From planning to installation to playability, nobody does it better than Rhino Tough Pro Grass.
You know, I had some knowledge of the turf business, but for them to come in and really explain it to our administration, board members, and that, I think they did an excellent job.
We had no turf-related injuries during this first fall season, and we got a tremendous amount of use.
There's no doubt about it that the Pro Grass is the best we play it on.
Rhino Tough Pro Grass. You're on our turf now.
The 2005-84 Lumber Classic promises to be another exciting week as defending champion Vijay Singh fights off the challenges of PGA champ Phil Mickelson, David Toms, Fred Couples, Chris DeMarco, John Daly, Sean O'Hare, and the best of the PGA Tour at Nemacolin Woodlands Resort. That's September 12th through the 18th. The pros will put their skills to test on Mystic Rock Golf Course, rated as one of the toughest in the country. Don't forget your admission pass to the 2005 84 Lumber Classic. Also gives you free access to concerts by the legendary Southern rockers Lynyrd Skynyrd and country superstar Leanne Womack. Ticket proceeds from the 84 Lumber Classic benefit more than 80 charities in the tri-state area. Tickets are available now at Dick's Sporting Goods 84 Lumber stores. So call 1-877-GO-SEE-8484.
Now they picked up 5 yards on first down. Good call. That's what they're going to have to do, just throw it every down.
Still by and large, the first team defense in there for Cal. 2nd down and 5 as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Inside handoff, Parker loses his footing, almost loses his head as well. Lloyd Price came in there and dove over him. He'll give back a couple yards to bring up a 3rd down and 7. Terrific penetration by the Cal defense.
Right, and that Lloyd Price is a real football player. Boy, he throws his body around. That's that number 30. He gets after it. I like him.
Good football tradition at Ringgold High School. A gentleman named Montana once played there.
I heard of him.
I drive down here on Route 43 of the Joe Montana Bridges.
Great player. Joe Montana, great player.
3rd down, 7. Lewis, never a chance timing route and never developed a Romeo. That'll bring up 4th down and long. I had Joe on my radio show a couple of weeks ago, and I'd never met him before. And it was a real thrill. I mean, even doing this as long as I have, it was just a real thrill to meet Joe Montana. Really a gracious fellow.
Yeah, well, he's one of the all-time greats. Cal State that time blitzed him and got through to him. He had to throw the ball before the pattern expressed itself. They're doing a good job changing their defense. They're laying all back and then coming and doing things. They've kept Fairmont State off guard.
Here's Bailey with the punt. Huddleston back deep. Remember, Huddleston was injured on one of the interception plays, but he appears to be okay, or he would still be out there. Hunt takes a very good Fairmont State roll. It's like it's downhill. And Cal will take over at its own 14-yard line, 1st and 10. Let's go back down to the field to tag.
Stan, I'm joined by Rich Bertinoli. Easy to say, tough to spell. And Rich, you had a couple of shining moments of your own with the ladies softball teams here at Cal U.
Oh, absolutely. The 1997 team went and won the national tournament and was the only team ever to this day to go through it undefeated. And then we did it back-to-back with the 1998 team. Quite an accomplishment.
And your girls did not make the district playoffs last year, so you have your work cut out for you in the upcoming season.
Yeah, last year, unfortunately, was the first year in the history here, in my tenure, that we did not make it. So we're hungry to get back, and we recruited Western Pennsylvania heavily, and we think we got the talent this year to get back there.
Good luck, Rich.
Thank you very much.
Stan, I got in the box and tried to hit some of the fastballs that the ladies throw, and I'll tell you what, it's very difficult.
I played one-time exhibition against, it was a touring team, women's softball. This is Bagwell, makes a good run out to the 16, 17-yard line for a gain of 3. And you think, oh, come on, they're girls. And, that underhand thing just comes flying at you. I don't know what the distance, frankly, from mound to plate, but it's not much, and it's there before you know it.
You're not kidding. That there was their stretch play, the outside zone play there. And again, Bagwell made something out of nothing.
Still the first team unit out there for Cal, semi-surprising. Although, again, Cal has a week off. They next play on September 10th at Mansfield. So they've got a couple of weeks to rest up.
2 tight ends in the game.
And now we've got contact. See if there was movement to draw the contact from the nose tackle, Jesse Valentine. Fairmont State, by the way, they play next week. They host Bloomsburg. That'll be their home opener.
I believe that penalty is going to be on Fairmont State.
Yep, and that'll make it a 2nd down and 2. This, by the way, will end a string for Fairmont State. They had won 6 consecutive season openers.
Before the snap, defense was offsides, made contact, number 90, 5 yards, still 2nd down.
They still have 2 tight ends in there, and he'll probably come across or stay there. They're using that 2nd tight end almost as a fullback. Bring him across to make him a lead blocker.
That's Gerger, number 82.
There they run the counter play.
And Bagwell's got the corner. He'll try to outrun everyone to the end zone, but a good angle of pursuit. by Nick Washington forces him out of bounds, but a big run by Antoine Bagwell to the 37-yard line gives Cal a first down. And once again, good movement, good vision. Gerger throwing the key block, switches the ball to the proper hand. That's something you like to see too.
That's a great job. Again, that's that counter play.
Bagwell now 176 yards on 22 carries, and probably 100 of it on 2 runs. Nice block by Mark Huddleston too.
2 tight ends in the game again, and both those guys are big fellas.
This is Garner in motion near side. Bagwell, no rest for the weary. He'll give a couple of those 176 yards back to the 40. It's a loss of 3. They'll bring up second down and 7. So not much substitution here by the Falcons of Cal State anywhere, offensively or defensively, and we're down to 12 minutes in the ball game.
At number 45, Vince Black, he's a fine player for Fairmont State also. I think he's their captain. He just made a great play there. He penetrated, jammed up the play before it could get started.
Sophomore from Marietta. You mentioned he went to high school in Parkersburg, West Virginia.
2 tight ends again. Whenever they have these 2 tight ends there, look for the counter play. Whoops.
And again, a mix-up. This dead ball foul looks like it would go against Cal, although I don't see any flags on the field. May have been a delay of game. But they didn't like the color of the ball. What happened here?
I think they just they counted that as a play.
A play. Just took the snap, and I thought there was movement. But once the ball snapped, doesn't matter as long as the ball snapped. So it's another loss on the play, and it brings up third down and 15 from the 41-yard line of Fairmont State. Split receivers either side. Here's the wraparound draw. Bagwell gets most of it back to the 30-yard line to leave a third down, make it a 4th down and 4. And from this point in the field, the Vulcans may just well go for it. Matt Vance makes the tackle for Fairmont State.
I think they're going to.
Demond Baker, who caught the touchdown pass in the 3rd quarter, number 85, comes into the game. So third down, make it 4 again, 4th down and 4. So that's why that third down play was significant. Had they not picked up that kind of yardage, they may have punted.
Right. That transfer from Bowling Green, Stan, is 6'6", 250 or 55 pounds. That's a pretty big tight end.
It's a pretty big anything.
It's a pretty big anything.
We've got a timeout, so we'll take a break. 10-12 to play in the football game. Cal 35, Fairmont State 6.
Success is best delivered when experienced players execute a superior plan at the right time. California University of Pennsylvania chose the experienced team at National Development Company to develop and build its residence hall projects, transforming Cal U's campus into a top-tier choice for students. NDC has experienced design, construction, and finance professionals to turn an institution's vision into reality. NDC, developing projects, building relationships, delivering success. NDC, put us in your game.
You're going to like these guys, though. They're a pretty good crew. Everybody listen up. This is Levon.
Hey, Levon, I'm with you.
You're on the 120 today.
How I am.
So if there's anything you need, just ask these guys. They'll take care of it, all right?
Okay.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
You ever been around anything this fast before?
Yeah. In my last job.
Well, you sound like you know what you're doing.
I do.
In today's world, there's a trait that employers value more than anything else, and that's character. For over 150 years, California University has prepared students for fulfilling careers and meaningful lives. Values like integrity, civility, and responsibility are integrated into classroom and campus activities. Our students enter their careers with a high degree of character for livelihood and for life. That is our mission and our difference.
High-octane high school football. 2 state champions hit the field as the best from Pittsburgh go head-to-head with the best from Cleveland. See who comes away with bragging rights. The Pennsylvania Kickoff Classic. The doubleheader starts today at 4 on FSN Pittsburgh.
This is something that my whole career that I've wanted to do. And if we're going to do it, there's only one way I know how to do it. We're going to take it over the top.
California was initially reconsidering its decision to go for a field goal, but they have decided to go ahead with their initial thought, which is to go for it here on 4th down and 4 from the 30-yard line. The first-team offensive unit is on the field. And again, kicking a field goal at this point with a 35-6 lead might have been construed as just piling on. So we'll see how they try to accomplish the 4 yards here. Force in motion, quick drop, out in the flat, caught by Force. He's got the first down. So Nate Force's second catch of the day inside the 25-yard line, and that gives the Cal Vulcans a first down. Josh Skidmore ran him out of bounds, but a nice timing route there between Ruggiero and his flanker back, Nate Force.
That was very well executed. I believe that Nate Force is also a West Virginia transfer.
Who isn't? I mean, everybody, we should start to save ourselves some words. We'll just say who isn't a West Virginia transfer.
He's a good player.
Ruggiero now 15 for 27 and the 1 touchdown to Damon Baker. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line.
Here comes the counter again.
Bagwell. Penetration that time. Number 98, Brandon Geary was in there and kind of got the timing all messed up. And Owens ended up making the tackle. A yard gain to the 24-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from the 24.
They use that tight end. They bring him in motion and take him back, and they use him like a backside tackle. They pull the guard and a tight end rather than the guard and tackle to run that counter play. It's the way a lot of teams run it. It's a good scheme.
Let's give some credit to that front 5. Josh Stewart, Tim McCutcheon, Eric Zisnansky, Derek Capers, and Carl J. And the tight ends, because they're very much involved in the running scheme. 2nd down and 9. Slot left. Garner and Huddleston. Here's Bagwell looking for that block. Ruggiero off the fake, just throws it away. No receivers anywhere in the area. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9. Cal U's popular Hall of Fame banquet is set for Friday, October 7th. Visit www.cup.edu to find out more about this year's class and reservation information. 3rd down and 9. Total yardage rushing becomes a significant factor. Cal thus far has gained 217 yards on the ground and 36 carries. Fairmont State, on the other hand, has gained 56 yards on 27 carries.
Big difference. And I think they're doing a pretty good job throwing the football. What's their yardage throwing?
98. 98 yards throwing the football for Fairmont State for the bulk of their offense. Here's the quick blitz. That's a hot read situation there. They tried the middle screen to dump off. It'll go incomplete. And 4th down and 9. Again, let's see if Coach Luckhart wants to go for it or give his field goal kicker, John Fowler, a chance to get his leg warmed up. Matt Vance came in on the blitz and forced that errant throw.
They're going to go for it. They're going to run some type of play. They still got their starters in there. See what they can do.
We'll see if this is the last series for the starters.
You still got Bagwell in there.
Receivers split either side in a 4 wide out set. 4th and 9. Ruggiero looks, fires in the end zone, incomplete. Overthrown just a bit. Pretty good coverage. The pass intended for Nate Force, but 2 Fairmont State defenders on the play, and they'll turn it over on downs to Fairmont State at their own 24-yard line. Matt Viacula, one of the DBs back on defense. We talked about him before, the freshman from East Liverpool, Ohio, back there on coverage. That pass was thrown high, and even though it's 4th down, so interception wouldn't have hurt.
Let's see what Fairmont State's going to do, see if they go after them early. See if they're going to try to just...
Short yardage.
Is that a
Jay
different
Ferris, it is. Jay Ferris is the backup quarterback. Jay is a senior from Monetta, West Virginia, 6'4", 215 pounds. He was the backup last year as well. Jay Ferris is now the quarterback. Andre Williams, nose tackle, sophomore from Central Catholic in Pittsburgh, made the tackle. Second down and 8. Ferris with the play fake, rolling to his left, looking, firing, and the pass too called. And the pass is incomplete, out of bounds. That'll bring up third down and 8. Cal U's exciting new program, Professional Gold Management, is attracting students who see the potential of a career in golfing. Visit www.cup.edu. I'm going to guess that that's a typo, and that's Professional Golf Managing, not Professional Gold Management. What do you think? Take a vote up here. What does that look? Yeah.
I wonder if they can make me a golfer, Stan.
I don't know. You can get the ball in the clown's mouth on the 18th hole, you win a free game. That's all you have to worry about. That's all I know about. Third down and 8.
They're going to blitz him.
Here comes Price. Got the right play call.
Right.
Johnson cannot make a move. Boy, that's an outstanding defensive play by Jason Cook. He stared him down. He broke down beautifully, kept his base. No chance for Wendell Johnson.
That was textbook coverage, boy, and textbook tackling. So many kids in the open field just go after a guy and fall in their face. This kid broke down just exactly like you said. That's great coaching. They've taught those kids how to play very well.
He is a very good player, Jason Cook, and he's got good size at 6 feet, 215 pounds. So on for what seems like his 37th punt of the game, Tyler Bailey. Also got a field goal to his credit today. Hunt swirling, Huddleston will back away from it, and it takes a Cal bounce and is finally down in Cal territory at the 44-yard line. 7:33 to play in the football game. It's Cal 35, Fairmont State 6.
Why am I in the Army Reserve? It's not just for the experience or the training I can use as a soldier and as a civilian. It's for them, for my country, and it's all worth fighting for.
Visit GoArmyReserve.com.
Injured in an accident? Here's some advice. Don't sign any insurance company papers before you call us.
For a free consultation, call Edgar Snyder & Associates, 1-800-94-EDGAR.
Don't buy a used car when it's South Hills Kia. 3 vehicles, one low price, $13,995. Sedona minivan, Sorrento, or the all-new Sportage, only $13,995. One low price, $13,995.
South Hills is a Kia for me. Yeah, South Hills is a Kia for you.
Sometimes a doctor will refer patients to their own or their hospital's physical therapy clinic. Always remember, you have the freedom and the right to choose the physical therapist that you want. For clinical excellence, high-quality service, and professionalism, choose the Panther. Tom Niggle, Sean Collins, Josh Lenthal, Vicky English, Jay Lemke, Paula Dolgos. Panther Physical Therapy. If you're not getting therapy from Panther, you're not getting the best physical therapy available.
I'm Rob King. You're watching FSN Pittsburgh, where Pittsburgh fans come first.
Stan Savard along with former West Virginia head football coach Don Nealon. Tad McAwicky is our sideline reporter, and the rest of our FSN Pittsburgh crew. Let me give a shout out to our people in the booth, my associate producer Roger Lenhart, and our spotter Matt Luckhart, who bears a, well, actually you don't bear a resemblance to your father, thank goodness. Head coach John Luckhart. Matt Humbert is now the quarterback. He takes over for Joe Ruggiero. Matt getting a chance to play. Played a lot last year when